The Rich Hill Show brought to you by IU Pat, DC Local 50. All of that still to come here over the next few minutes. I'm Josh Pacheco. I'm over at basketball tonight where the Rainbow Warriors are taking on Cal Poly. You'll hear that broadcast. Very good teams getting together here on what is a very important weekend for Hawaii baseball. Not just the induction of the celebration of Les Murakami's induction into the College Baseball Hall of Fame, but also this weekend, fantastic baseball with Wichita State coming into town. We'll talk about them coming up in just a little bit. But first, a look back to last weekend. For anybody that doubts the ability for the University of Hawaii to win games, win good games against good opponents, we saw it in several different instances last week. Look back to Friday when Hawaii was in extra innings in their opener against Gonzaga, what Hawaii had to do to earn that win.
Showing bunt, bringing the infielders in. He bunts it down the third base line. Throw over to the third. It's off the mark. Goes into left field. Charging into home is Watanabe. He's safe. The game is over. Iquez with the sacrifice bunt, the errant throw to third, rounding third and scoring was Watanabe to win the game for Hawaii 3-2 in the bottom of the 10th inning.
Second consecutive year that Hawaii has had to get a walk-off win on opening night. Dave Kawada called that last Friday on ESPN Honolulu. Then Saturday, Hawaii earns a close win. Hawaii falls in extra innings on Sunday. So Monday, Hawaii baseball was back at it on President's Day, and a little bit of help led Hawaii to another walk-off. Iquez at third, Ziegler Namoa at first. One out, we're tied at 3. Pitch to Redding. Checks his swing, ball bounced away, and that's over! Coming in to score from third is Iquez, and the Rainbow Warriors will mob at home plate Iquez. Hawaii wins it 4-3 on a walk-off wild pitch. Yeah, put a little pressure on a new pitcher, and he caves right away. That's what happened on Monday. Those are 2 of the 3 ways that Hawaii got off to a 3-1 start to propel them here to a weekend matchup with a Wichita State team that Hawaii sees here for another year. Pitching matchup here on this Thursday night. We will see Matthew Cusius going for Wichita State. It will be Cusius going up against Isaiah Magdaleno. Of course, Magdaleno pitched on Friday, looked good, ultimately would take the no decision as it would ultimately end up in the bullpen's hands for the University of Hawaii. But that's going to be the pitching matchup coming up here a little bit later on tonight. Hawaii has announced all 4 of its starters for the weekend, something which is very rare in Rich Hill standards, and it will be the 4 starters, as of right now, that we saw last week. Not only will it be Magdaleno tonight with his 1.50 earned run average, Hakili Robello, who earned his first win as a Rainbow Warrior on Saturday. He had a 1.50 earned run average. He'll pitch tomorrow. Brody Martin Grudzielanek will pitch Saturday, and it's Liam O'Brien, the veteran right-hander, who will take the ball on Sunday to round out the 4-game series. And a reminder, of course, tomorrow's kind of the important night with the celebration of longtime Hawaii baseball coach Les Murakami. We'll have the ceremony at 6 o'clock on the field at Les Murakami Stadium. That over on our sister station, ESPN Honolulu, will have an earlier broadcast time for Rainbow Warrior Countdown coming up at 5:45. Meantime, I will get my way over to basketball for Hawaii and Cal Poly. Our broadcast on ESPN Honolulu is at 6:30 tonight, but when we return, we'll get you back inside Les Murakami Stadium. Our own Harrison Kuroda chatting it up with the 5th-year head coach, Rich Hill. And then Tiff Wells will join Harry, and we'll bring you the call of Game 1 of this 4-game series between Hawaii and Wichita State. You are listening to Rainbow Warrior Countdown on CBS 1500.
Many people in Hawaii struggle to afford healthcare. And now, a merger between HMSA and Hawaii Pacific Health could make it worse. Mergers like this raise costs and reduce access to care, shifting resources away from the hospitals communities depend on. Most Hawaii residents oppose a merger because of these concerns. They want practical improvements, not major disruption. At the Queen's Health Systems, we join others in calling for an independent review to protect families, small businesses, and communities across our islands. Learn more at healthcaremergerrisks.hi.org.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Helle's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Kama'aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on! Sports Stand Sporting Goods is Hawaii's best baseball and softball store. At Sports Stand, you'll experience the largest selection of baseball and softball gloves and bats in Hawaii. You know the rules. Quality sporting goods always at a price you can afford. Stop by Sports Stand Sporting Goods in beautiful downtown Waipio, 94-547 Uke'e Street, Suite 303. Or give them a call at 808-676-STAND. That's 808-676-7826. Remember, at Sports Stand, it's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life.
Abby Carpet and Floor introduces the newest waterproof flooring for Hawaii, Opulux. It's a waterproof laminate that's ideal for local living. With our busy lifestyles, it's very easy to keep clean. It's durable and also scratch resistant. Perfect for homes with kids and pets. Visit their showroom at 560 North Nimitz Highway and see the waterproof Opulux laminate from Abby Carpet and Floor.
While Hawaii's public employees were hard at work, politicians in Washington handed billionaires massive tax breaks. Now Hawaii lawmakers may need to cut essential public services to cover the shortfall. That could mean inadequate food safety protections, fewer health services, and weakened public safety. When Hawaii calls, who will be there to answer? Tell your lawmakers, protect Hawaii's vital public services. A message from HGEA.
At Fort Ruger Market, they fit in your everyday lifestyle. If it's spam musubis or mini bentos for the youth game, or takeout family meals for the busy parent, Fort Ruger Market is there with the delicious plate lunch and poke. With every day 10% discounts for firefighters, EMS, and law enforcement, or Military Mondays and Senior Tuesdays 60 and over. Fort Ruger Market. You bring the family, they'll bring the food.
It's time to hear from the coach. The Rich Hill Show is brought to you by IU Pat DC50, representing painters, tapers, glazers, and floor layers in Hawaii.
Welcome back, everybody. We are fieldside with head coach Rich Hill, and this is the Rich Hill Show. So let's go back to last weekend, right? A very game Gonzaga. Yes. Took 3 out of 4 from the Zags last weekend. So I thought they were really good. I think most people that were around all weekend thought Gonzaga was a really good team. So kind of give your evaluation upon how your guys did against a really good team.
Well, I think the thing that stood out against Gonzaga was their pitching. You know, I mean, guys are in the low 90s, you know, and they can really mix. It was a 3-pitch mix. So that I wasn't really expecting that. I thought our guys battled, you know, through that. You know, seeing really good pitching, we hung in there. The only way to beat good pitching is to have good pitching, you know. And to me, that was the story of the weekend. You know, Mags, I think got better as he went. Robello was just unbelievable. Liam O'Brien on the back end of the thing, you know, coming off an injury was great. And then Brody Martin Uzelanek as a freshman, you know, in his first outing was outstanding.
And I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about this in our first segment. Coach Les Murakami getting inducted tomorrow. Take us back to when you were a young coach and, you know, Coach Les doing his thing here at the University of Hawaii. And so kind of go through, you know, some of the things, you know, I think every opportunity you do get, you try and kind of do a little tribute to him with the arms crossed and everything. So kind of tell us a little bit about your relationship with Coach Les and just kind of from afar, kind of what the program looked like from your vantage point.
Well, you know, I got see that whole thing firsthand as an 18-year-old kid at San Diego State, you know, and it was a tremendous rivalry back then, you know, between the Aztecs and the Rainbows. And just to see him coaching third base, and to see the mana, really, you know, of the whole Rainbow team and the assistant coaches, I fell in love with it, you know, and it just mesmerized me. So, you know, fast forward, I think that the thing that stands out about Coach Les, when I came back and got to meet him and got to know him, was his presence. And he's had some health issues, but wherever he goes, whatever room he's in, he just commands the entire room. You know, he's a very humble person, smart. He's funny. Yeah. But it for me, it's just, we all wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking to you right now if it wasn't for Coach Les. We wouldn't be sitting in this dugout, you know. And it's much more than wins and losses. You know, from my perspective, getting to know him and seeing this and seeing how his players just adore him and his wife. So it's about the relationships that he built here. Yeah, and the community that Hawaii baseball is, right? It's something that, going back to his time here, it was always a family, it was always Ohana. And so I can tell that there's a lot of similarities between you and Coach Les. And so, you know, it's exciting. I think it's long overdue of his induction. And so going to be really, really fun tomorrow night, Friday night. So try to come here early. Yes, definitely. You get to see all the Rainbow legends, you know, that are going to be out here. Gene Stevenson from Wichita State will be on the field as well. The College Baseball Hall of Fame, Jana Hauser, you know, will be out here. It's if you're a Rainbow baseball fan, you want to be here tomorrow night to see this. You know, it's very nostalgic, and it's something, like I said, long overdue. Yeah, gonna be an exciting weekend. And on the other side, we're gonna preview this weekend series against Wichita State.
IU Pat District Council 50 is proud to represent Hawaii's union painters, drywall finishers, glazers, and floor covering professionals. Our members build, protect, and beautify Hawaii every single day with skill, pride, and aloha. We provide industry-leading training, strong wages, great benefits, and a clear path to success. If you are ready for a better career and a brighter future, join IU Pat District Council 50 today. Build your future, build Hawaii. For more details, go to dc50.org.
You make family life look good. You balance a busy schedule and a budget. For you, a real look needs to be really convenient. So come to Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color and bring the kids. Our stylists can give you the hairstyles you want at an unbeatable value. And our happiness promise means your hairstyle happiness is guaranteed. Visit today. We'll get your family ready for tomorrow. Real salon experiences, real savings, real fantastic. Fantastic Sam's.
Lex Brody's Tire Company would like to say thank you very much for supporting UH. Wear your favorite UH gear into Lex Brody's and get an extra 5% off tires, brakes, and most other services on top of LexBrodys.com Super Saver coupons. You're the best fans, and Lex Brody's voted #1 in North America is the best choice for brake repairs and to purchase tires. Please visit LexBrodys.com for additional details and to set an online appointment.
Thank you, Lex Brody's Tire Company.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's long-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit LexBrodys.com for the best tire value on Oahu. Thank you very much.
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
So Wichita State coming in this weekend. You know Coach Brian Green well. He cut his teeth all up and down the West Coast. They kind of beat up on Northern Colorado last weekend. Hit a ton of home runs and stuff. So what type of baseball, what type of strategy do you think Coach Green is going to try and employ against your Bows?
Well, we're not going to, face a better coach team, than the Shockers, with Coach Green. Marty Lease, they brought him over here. Coach Claggett, it's a very well-coached team. They're physical. The pitchers, all have velocity. Mm-hmm. They can mix at any time. They're going to play defense. Like I said, it's just it's a good team to face at this point of the season, especially at home. Mm-hmm. The wind's blowing out there, in Wichita, and it's doing the exact opposite here. So It's two teams that are very evenly matched. They're a little more physical than we are, but we're at home.
And sprinkle in a bit of that Manoa magic.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. Yeah. The sun goes down and the mist starts coming and the wind starts to pick up and starts to swirl. Pretty cool.
You're going to go with Isaiah Magdaleno tonight. After the quick turnaround, was there any discussions to push him back a day?
Yeah. There was we had a couple discussions, lengthy. We decided that to just bump everybody up a day because of the Ball State series. Next week. So it's another Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, type of thing. Then after that, it's Cal Poly, and you get an extra day rest.
Yeah.
So, they're all on a pitch count the first weekend. We figured, hey, they're all under 100 pitches. Bump them up. It's not going to be that big of a deal. We can shorten the bullpen midweek and kind of roll with it that way. And they're going to really like that extra day, heading into conference play.
And I got to ask, in your tenure here at the University of Hawaii, I don't think you've had 4 starters already announced going into the weekend. So again, was it just kind of like a little bit of mojo working off of last week to just keep the rotation the same?
Yeah, and it's tentative starters, right? And they're all probable, So you can, see Liam in relief. You can see Brody in relief. But, we figured, hey, might as well. Brian's a buddy of mine. There's no gamesmanship here. He gave me 4 starters. I'm like, all right, let's just do it.
All right, well, good luck, Coach.
Yeah, brother. All right. And shoo.
This has been the Rich Hill Show, brought to you by IUPAT DC50, representing painters, tapers, glazers, and floor layers in Hawaii. Rainbow Warrior Countdown continues next.
IUPAT District Council 50 is proud to represent Hawaii's union painters, drywall finishers, glazers, and floor covering professionals. Our members build, protect, and beautify Hawaii every single day with skill, pride, and aloha. We provide industry-leading training, strong wages, great benefits, and a clear path to success. If you are ready for a better career and a brighter future, join IUPAT District Council 50 today. Build your future, build Hawaii. For more details, go to dc50.org.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Sponsored by Tax Lawyer. Start filing for free today at taxlawyer.com. Keep an eye out for the contract negotiations this offseason for Baker Mayfield. He's entering the final year of his deal. I'm not so sure he wants to stay in Tampa long term. He may have an open door waiting for him with Sean McVay and the LA Rams next year if Stafford calls it quits. Baker wants a Super Bowl ring. 2027 with the Rams is his best chance. I'm Pat Boyle.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
At Dow Electric Supply, we're your local-based company with your needs in mind. We see the light in Hawaii, and rest assured, we are with you all the way. Our sales counter and will call are here to serve Hawaii's electricians, developers, utility companies, businesses, and homeowners. The Dial Lighting Gallery showroom is open by appointment only. Go online to www.dialelectricsupply.com. Open weekdays from 7 to 3. At Dial Electric Supply, we see the light.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Keegan Ota back with you here in the CBS 1500 studios in downtown Honolulu. They are underway with the national anthem going on right now, and they will be approaching first pitch as well as starting lineups here momentarily. So we're going to take another break for the national anthem and Hawaii Pono'i to finish up, and back with Tiff Wells and Harrison Kuroda when we get back. Starting lineups and first pitch with the series start between Hawaii and Wichita State on the other side with Rainbow Warrior Baseball right here on CBS 1500.
Had too much to drink tonight? Before you start your car, think. The police will set up sobriety checkpoints around the state. Besides getting arrested and losing your license, you could kill yourself and others around you. It can happen to you. So if you're driving impaired right now, park the car. Call your family or a taxi to pick you up. Remember, drunk driving, over the limit, under arrest. don't drink and drive. Sponsored by the State Department of Transportation, County Police Departments, the Hawaii Association of Broadcasters, and this station.
This place they call paradise, I call my home. Blessed to be born and raised local grown.
With hotels, condo resorts, and vacation rentals on 5 Hawaiian islands, Castle Resorts and Hotels is a Kama'aina favorite. When you need a place to stay to attend a tournament, family function, or a golf getaway, visit castleresorts.com for special Kama'aina rates.
There ain't no other place like these islands.
Castle Resorts and Hotels. Born in Hawaii, built on hospitality, inspired by aloha.
There ain't no other place like these islands.
In the automotive industry, time and trust mean everything. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big problems for your operation. That's why Napa believes in testing the 5 critical components in every vehicle: the battery, starter, alternator, relay, and serpentine belt. And why we deliver the parts, tools, and expertise you need to catch problems before they become breakdowns. So test every vehicle and trust the name that keeps your bays busy and your business moving full speed ahead. Not all filters are created equal. That's why pros choose Napa Gold. Filters built for performance, protection, and reliability. Every Napa Gold filter is engineered to meet or exceed OE specifications, delivering the quality and confidence your shop depends on while preventing costly comebacks. Raise the bar in your shop with the filters trusted by professionals and drivers who expect more. Napa Gold, the gold standard in every vehicle.
Sports Stand Sporting Goods is Hawaii's best baseball and softball store. At Sports Stand, you'll experience the largest selection of baseball and softball gloves and bats in Hawaii. You know the rules. Quality sporting goods always at a price you can afford. Stop by Sports Stand Sporting Goods in beautiful downtown Waipio, 94-547 Uke'e Street, Suite 303. Or give them a call at 808-676-STAND. That's 808-676-7826. Remember, at Sports Stand, it's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Fresh off of a 3-1 series win a week ago over Gonzaga, week number 2 for the Rainbow Warrior baseball team sees them here at home yet again in the friendly confines of Les Murakami Stadium, welcoming in the Shockers of Wichita State as we welcome you here inside the Rob's Leahy press box booth, along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda. I'm Tiff Wells, and Harry, good series for Hawaii coming after last week going 3-1, winning the series 3-1 over Gonzaga, and a very tough undefeated Shocker squad coming here to the islands.
Yeah, last weekend I thought that was a good series for Hawaii over Gonzaga. Again, like we were talking on the Rich Hill show, Gonzaga they're a very good team. I really foresee them getting to the NCAA tournament come May/June. And so I thought last week the series for Hawaii was very, very good. They were tested. I think offensively a little slow to start, but their pitching held up very, very nicely, and defensively very, very solid. So I think that was a good weekend. I think there's a little bit of everything, a little bit of weather, a little bit of adversity, and so I think it was good to see Hawaii rebound and hang tough with those 2 walk-off wins.
We'll go over the starting 9 first with the visitors from Wichita, Kansas. They are 4-0 on the season, the preseason number 8 team in the 10-team AAC, the American Athletic Conference for Wichita State. They're led by former Rainbow Warrior assistant Brian Green. He's now in his 3rd year, the former Washington State head coach, now 56 and 35. We go over the starting 9 for the visiting Shockers, who will be in the road grays trimmed in black and gold, and they'll be in the dugout to our right, the first base side. Leading off will be left fielder Jaden Gustafson. Batting second, playing third base, will be Jason Jones. MJ Sweeney hitting third, playing first base. Number 4 in the hole, the number 4 batter will be Jack Quick, the right fielder. Doing the DH job today, batting 5th, Owen Washburn. Alex Uloa will be playing shortstop, hitting 6th. Max Coffer doing the catching, hitting 7th. As Caleb Duncan in center field, hitting 8th. And in the 9 hole will be Zeb Henry over at second base. The starting pitcher for the Shockers making his first start of the 2026 season, it'll be Matthew Cusius. And for the Rainbow Warriors, we'll go over their defensive lineup. Going from left to right, it'll be Evan Rolbecki, Kamana Nahaku, and also Draven Nushida again going left to right, and then going from third to first around the diamond, Tate Shimao, Elijah Ikes, Cody Watanabe, Ben Ziegler-Namo, and the battery tonight for Hawaii, Jake Redding along with Isaiah Magdaleno doesn't have a win or loss on the record this year, but does come in with a 1.5 ERA this season.
Yeah, last week pitched very, very well. I didn't have his best stuff. His command was a little bit shaky early on. He did have 4 walks. Last year, in 60 innings of work, he had 11 walks total, and so I think he'll be better tonight. I think the feel of being a Friday night starter and just kind of getting into that routine, there is a little bit of that learning curve for Isaiah, and so it's going to be interesting, very different. Wichita State on their side, they're going to hold their Friday night to Friday night, so their best guy is going to be pitching tomorrow. They're going staff game today here in game number 1 on a Thursday night.
The Rich Hill Show, which you heard earlier this evening, presented by IUPAT DC50, representing painters, tapers, glazers, and floor layers in Hawaii. And for this Rainbow Warrior squad, again, coming off of that very impressive 3-1 series win over Gonzaga last week, 2 of them being walk-offs in a variety of ways that may not be as traditional as you may think.
Yeah, 2 walk-offs with no hits. On Friday night, it was a botched sacrifice bunt by Elijah Ikes, and then on Monday, it was a wild pitch to score Elijah Ikes. And so, again, that is part of the Manoa magic that Coach Rich talks about all the time, is that 7, 8, 9 Bowl Warrior time. And that's where, again, the pitching and the defense comes into play, because that's going to keep the game close to give you a chance later in the game.
Rainbow Warrior Countdown was also brought to you by HGEA, Hawaii Works Better When We Do, as well as Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union for Life. That takes us right into our injury report here, Harry, brought to you by Hawaii Pacific Health, creating a healthier Hawaii.
Well, they have a addition. Last week, Mana Lau Kong was out with some knee soreness, so we're going to see him at DH tonight, which is going to be exciting. One of the big heralded recruits from this class out of Iolani School, and so again, big body, going to be swinging it from the right side tonight. And Sebastian Gonzalez, still, we don't know what's going on yet with the knee. He is out again this weekend, and so hopefully we can get some clarification on what's going on with Sebastian.
Again, for Isaiah Magdaleno, Hawaii's starting pitcher tonight, making his second appearance of the season, went 6 innings last week, gave up 3 hits on just 1 earned run, walked 4, struck out 6. Keys for Hawaii tonight, brought to you by Hawaii Ford Dealers.
I think the key tonight is going to have to be scoring runs. I really think that Wichita State offensively, they did a really good job last weekend, right? They really put it to Northern Colorado last week, hit 8 home runs as a team, hit over 300 as a team. So again, offensively, they're kind of in a groove, in a much better place than Hawaii. Hawaii hitting 247 last weekend overall. And so I think Isaiah's going to have to pitch well, and Hawaii's going to have to try and see if they can muster up some run support early to get into that bullpen.
And for this Rainbow Warrior squad, again, you mentioned the run support, Harry. How about what Wichita State did last week at home against Northern Colorado? They win the 4-game series against the Bears, outscore UNC 43-8, 11-4, 14-1, 11-0, and 7-3.
Yeah, and I got to watch that entire series on ESPN Plus, and so again, I think Hawaii's pitching is much better than Northern Colorado. Northern Colorado had a bunch of righties that matched up very, very poorly against Wichita State, and so I really thought Wichita State was impressive in a matchup that they were supposed to hit.
At 6:36 local time, Magdaleno, the first pitch, just outside, and we're off and running here from Les Murakami Stadium. Again, 6:36 first pitch. 73 degrees, feels like 68, and it is a little blustery, winds up to 30. The 1-0. Again, the batting order for Wichita State in the first 3 will be Gustafson, Jones, and Sweeney. Gustafson fouls it off, count 1-1.
Yeah, very similar weather conditions as last weekend. Little less wind, still windy, but a little less. Not as much rain.
The 1-1 offering here for Magdaleno. catches the outside corner, 1-2.
And interesting that Isaiah is going predominantly all fastballs right there for the first 3 pitches, and they're going to shift Tate Shimao to behind second base and leave third base unoccupied and play a left-handed shift.
So 3 on the right side of the diamond. The 1-2 here to Gustafson. Checked his swing. Just misses that outside corner, 2-2.
Outstanding changeup that Isaiah is going to employ against left-handed hitters. Really good spot trying to get him to fish off of the plate and down.
Very good, and a very loud crowd here on this Thursday evening with men's basketball also in action about 20 minutes. That ball swung on to right field right in front of Nushida, able to take a couple steps in, and the fly out to the right fielder, 1 away here in the top half of the first.
Played him perfectly out there in right field. I think that was a little bit of a missed spot. I think that caught a little bit too much of home plate, and that's why Gustafson was able to put some pretty good metal on that.
Jason Jones steps in, bats right, the third baseman rather. Just underway here from Les Murakami Stadium.
Yeah, a little bit of a real lively crowd tonight. Everybody's getting into it.
First pitch to come here for Magdaleno. Misses down and away, 1-0. Hawaii leading the series history 27-24. They won the last 2 of the series last year. Bo's winning that series 3-1 in 2025. The 1-0 offering. Swung on and missed. Nasty breaking ball.
Yeah, very nasty. And you know what? Very apropos that Wichita State, longtime University of Hawaii rival, is here on the weekend that Coach Les Murakami is getting inducted into the College Hall of Fame tomorrow night.
The 1-1 here for Magdaleno. That will be fouled away right over the awning to our right, out of play, 1-2. Also very fitting that you talked about how legendary this Shocker program is. Their legendary head coach, Gene Stevenson, in-house, and he'll be here to help honor and welcome into the Hall of Fame at Les Murakami tomorrow night.
Very cool stuff.
From the right side, Jones digs in. The 1-2 offering here for Magdaleno. Again, trying to paint that outside corner, misses just wide, 2-2.
Targeting away, just missed a little bit off that edge. Good on Jason Jones to not offer at that.
Troy Hodak calling the balls and strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top half of the first. No score here from the Les. The 2-2 for Magdaleno. Bends the knees of Jones, misses down, and the count is now full, 3-2.
And again, another tough pitch that Jason Jones held up on that swing, seeing it all the way down into the turf.
The 3-2 here for Magdaleno with 1 out in the top half of the first. Miss it. No! A late strike 3 called inside corner. Jones, have a seat. Backwards K.
Really good pitch sequencing right there from Isaiah Magdaleno. They went fastball off the plate, curveball in the dirt, and then fastball in for the strikeout looking.
That will bring MJ Sweeney to the box, batting from the left side. Where's number 42? Plays first base here tonight.
And he's also 6'8". Don't see those types of bodies on a baseball diamond very often.
Also very impressive what Magdaleno just did with retiring Jones with what weekend he had last week against Northern Colorado. The first pitch on the outside corner misses just wide, 1-0.
And already Magdaleno's command is much better than last week Friday. You know, last week I thought we saw him miss across, trying to target away but missing in. So again, much better command tonight.
The 1-0 into the dirt, into the turf, 2-0. We mentioned Jason Jones, the Oklahoma State transfer. 4 straight home runs. He's one off the tying of the record for Wichita State. The 2-0 here for Magdaleno. Lightly tapped, wide of third, giving chase is Shimao. He will run out of room. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that was just unfortunate. Shimao kind of playing off of the bag there with Sweeney being a left-handed hitter, and so playing a little bit off of that bag, trying to give him some trying to get him some pull side range. But that's why that he could not get that foul ball.
I mentioned Jason Jones last week. He's the American Player of the Week, American Athletic Conference Player of the Week. Went 7 of 15, 4 home runs, 12 RBI. Did something for the first time since 2018 in Wichita State history. We'll talk more about that after this next pitch. The 2-1 here to come from Magdaleno. No score. Top half of the first with 2 outs. The 2-1 for Magdaleno back into the netting. So again, we mentioned Jason Jones. First time since 2018, 4 home run game in a Wichita State uniform. This name is very familiar in baseball realm. Plays for the Phillies. You know this player. Guarantee you that. Once I say the name, you're going to be like, oh, I know this guy. Again, plays for the Phillies. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here top of the first. Again, Sweeney digs in from the left side. The 2-2, that will hit Sweeney. He'll take his base on the hit by pitch.
Yeah, right off of that left elbow guard. Kind of glancing over, and that's a big body in the box. And so when you've got arms like Sweeney, I mean, I didn't think that missed by much, but just enough to catch it on that elbow guard. You know, I don't know. I cannot. 4 home runs. 4
home runs in a game for Wichita State back in 2018. He now plays for the Phillies. Plays. I believe he plays in the infield.
Well, my brain would immediately go to Bryce Harper, but obviously he was a 16-year-old phenom out of Southern Nevada.
First pitch right down Broadway. Strike 1 to the 4-hole hitter, Jack Quick.
And this is 4 home runs for Wichita State, right?
Correct.
You know what? I am stumped.
Want me to tell you?
Sure.
Alec Bohm.
Oh, there you go.
See, once I said it, you would get it. So Sweeney on over at first, being held up by Ziegler Namor. The 0-1 offering. Tapped right over our broadcast position. Quickly, 0-2. Again, Legends Weekend here honoring the GOAT, Les Murakami. Again, his College Baseball Hall of Fame induction will happen tomorrow. We'll have a special pregame show tomorrow. Josh Pacheco will be back from calling men's basketball. Pregame show about 5:45 Hawaii time tomorrow. Over on our brother station, ESPN Honolulu. The 0-2 right down the middle. Have a seat, Mr. Quick. 2 strikeouts. Very impressive for Isaiah Magdaleno as he retires 2 of the 3 via the backwards K. For the Shockers in the top half of the first, no runs, no hits, no Hawaii errors, and 1 batter left on base through a half inning. Wichita State 0, Hawaii coming up. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Hele's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on!
When pain gets in the way of everyday life, it affects more than how you move. It changes how you show up for your family and your life. At Queen's Orthopedics and Spine, patients receive nationally recognized care and advanced treatments to help them recover faster with better outcomes. So you can enjoy morning walks, get back in the game, and move comfortably again. Because at Queen's, recovery is about more than healing. It's about getting back to life. Learn more at queens.org/ortho.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
We light up tonight's battery order for the Rainbow Warriors, brought to you by Dial Electric Supply. Ben Ziegler Namor will lead things off for Hawaii, playing first base. Elijah Ike is batting second, playing short. Draven Nushida in the third spot, playing right field. Doing the cleanup here tonight, Tate Shamau playing third base. Cody Watanabe hitting sixth and playing second base. The catcher, Jake Redding, hitting seventh, as will also be Evan Robelke out in left field, hitting seventh. Manalau Kong making his Rainbow Warrior debut here in 2026, doing the DHing, hitting eighth. And rounding it out for Hawaii, Kamana Nahaku in the ninth spot, playing center field as they will face the Wichita State hurdler in Kushis.
Like what we were talking about in the last inning, is that Wichita State is going to have a staff day, an impromptu staff day. I think if they're going to, if Cushis is going to give you a little bit of length, I think they would welcome that, especially with the 4-game series, a lot of innings to cover.
Okay, Matthew Cushis spells his name Cuccias. Thank
goodness for pronunciation guides.
First appearance here in 2026. As Ziegler Namoa digs in left side, takes strike one.
Cushis going to be 90 to 91 with a curveball. Again, primarily a reliever.
Second appearance for Cushis on the year. 3 innings last week, had 4 strikeouts. Bouncing ball down to second base. Corralled there by Henry. Goes over to first. Sweeney as Ziegler Namoa retired on the putout 4-3. Again for Wichita State going left to right will be Gustafson, Duncan, and Quick left to right. Jones, Uloa, Henry, and Sweeney. Cross diamond third to first. In the battery tonight, Coffer and the aforementioned Cushis.
Interesting to see Ben leading off tonight. He was in the 3-hole all last weekend. So Coach Hill shaking up the lineup once again as he normally does.
I'm going to bring on Elijah Ike, sitting .333 on the season. As the shortstop will take down one into the turf.
Elijah had his fingerprints all over last weekend's series against Gonzaga.
Again, this is the only Big West Conference game on this Thursday. There was one earlier today. Talk more about that. Iquez takes a high strike one. The only other Big West Conference game, it was rained out in Southern California. That would be Utah and UC San Diego.
UC San Diego, I think, is going to be a really, really good team this year.
That 1-1 offering bends in the curveball, strike 2.
Last weekend, losing the series, but taking that Sunday affair to number 1 ranked UCLA. So again, very impressive weekend for the Tritons.
Our Big West scoreboard brought to you by Wildlife Plumbing and Construction. They solve challenges. The 1-2 offering, Iquez takes it low and away, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. There were a couple of other scores earlier in the week. You mentioned the nice big win for the Big West Conference with UC San Diego defeating then number 1 UCLA. Iquez bounces it down to third. Jones goes across the diamond. Sweeney digs it out. And on the 5-3 putout, Hawaii has been retired the first 2 times tonight.
Making better contact again. Still very early. I thought there was a lot of swing and miss in Hawaii's offensive approach last weekend. So again, if Hawaii can limit the swing and miss, I think that's going to be very, very good and bode well against this Wichita State pitching rotation.
Draven Nushida steps in. The right fielder hitting third. Again, this is the first road series for Wichita State here this year. Last year they struggled a bit. First pitch catches the inside corner. 0-1. Mentioned for the Shockers, the fewest wins in their modern era since 1978. They went 20-36, 11-16 in the American Conference. Finished in 7th. They were 1-2 barbecue in the conference tournament. The 0-1 offering, Yoshida waves at it, misses quickly, 0-2. But on the road last year, they were 5-20.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I mean, again, this is year 3 for Coach Brian Green at Wichita State, coming from Washington State.
The 0-2. Yoshida wavers, and quickly the Shockers retire Hawaii in order. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout. Hawaii retired in order. No runs, no hits, no Shocker errors. The Bows do not get a runner on first base. We've played one here from the less. No score. Shockers and Bows. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hi, this is Eddie. I'm the lead lumber for Hardware Hawaii, Kailua. I like helping customers find what they need. It's not like another stranger just shopping here. My customers are like my friends, and then I just help them all, and I feel good. And it just makes my day. We're out here in the lumberyard ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Aloha, this is Stan Maiona from Sports Stan. You're listening to University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500, brought to you by the Hawaii Building and Construction Trades Council. Building a better tomorrow, along with former Rainbow Warrior hurler, Harrison Kuroda. Tifos here from the Robs Leahy press box, high atop here, Les Murakami Stadium, with men's basketball in-house. Top the Big West Conference, taking on Cal Poly in about 10-15 minutes or so with tip-off. With basketball in progress, a good crowd, respectable crowd on this Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, this is credit to the Hawaii baseball fans. You know, I think they the type of baseball that Coach Rich Hill employs, right? It's a very recognizable, a very approachable style of play. And so again, that's why I think you're starting to see a lot of, I think Hawaii last weekend in four home dates drew over 16,000 fans. So that is very, very impressive.
As we begin the second inning, first pitch swinging, fouls into the netting. That is Owen Washburn. So the Shockers will go 5, 6, 7 here in the top half of the second. It'll be Washburn, Uloa, and Coffer. DH, shortstop, and catcher respectively for Wichita State here in the first of a 4-game series. The 0-1 hit lightly wide of third, and that will get out of play. Maybe 4 rows up into the lower level of Les Murakami Stadium.
You know, just kind of looking into my my scorebook. 3 starters for Hawaii, Iolani alum.
One team. Second inning of work here for Isaiah Magdaleno. Preseason All Big West Conference here in 2026. Swung on and missed. Third strikeout here for Magdaleno through 5 hitters here tonight.
And that's one thing that Isaiah does a better job of. Developed a little bit more velocity where he's able to get up and out of the zone to get guys to chase that high fastball.
Stepping in will be the shortstop. It'll be Alice Uloa. It's from the left side. Again, for Hawaii, they go Shimao, Ikeas Watanabe, Ziegler Namoa, third to first. First pitch offering here from Magdaleno. Catches the outside corner. Strike 1.
That was just a wicked breaking ball, catching that outside edge, getting Uloa to kind of buckle and half offer at that.
Can you think of the AAC? You think of East Carolina.
Yep.
Most notably. The 0-1 offering right down the middle. Nothing in 2.
Yeah, East Carolina has been very good for a while now.
That would be a bucket list item for you to go to. Catch a game from the jungle, maybe from the outfield.
Yep.
Think of East Carolina, think of UTSA, Texas San Antonio, the top 2 teams of the American here in the preseason poll. The 0-2 bounced left of third. We foul, and we'll do things over here yet again.
Magdaleno doing a really good job getting ahead on the Shockers hitters.
And they will take on Omaha next week. They'll host the Mavericks for a 4-game set. Speaking of Wichita State, Hawaii, of course, will be here at home yet again. The 0-2. Oh, that 12-6 breaking ball. 4 strikeouts. Magdaleno doing work early on.
And that's why that breaking ball is so effective late in the at-bat, is that the fastball command for Isaiah Magdaleno is going to be plan A, and then when you can locate that fastball, that's going to help you expand the zone to get guys to swing and miss and expand and swing at bad pitches.
Catcher Max Coffer will step in. Hits in the 7th spot. Where's number 14? Infield back a few towards the edge of the infield turf and where the outfield turf will meet. That one hit into the netting, nothing in 1.
And Magdaleno doing a really good job controlling pace, making sure that he goes when he's ready and not letting the hitter dictate.
Magdaleno gets the sign there from the catcher, Redding. The 0-1 offering here from Magdaleno. Fouled away, nothing in 2.
And that was just an ugly swing. Fastball in off the hands. And Coffer is trying to fight that off, but just could not do anything with that pitch.
So when you've seen the excellent breaking ball, are you expecting breaking ball or are you expecting fastball?
I think you gotta expect the breaking ball, because right now it's the hot hand, or it's the hot pitch, excuse me.
The 0-2 here to come from Magdaleno with 2 outs. Hit to left field as Robelki makes the low-lying catch, picks it right off before it hits the top of the turf, and the Bows retire the Shockers in order with a couple of strikeouts and then a flyout to left field. For the Shockers in the top half of the second, no runs, no hits, no Hawaii errors, and nobody left on base. To the home half of the second we go. No score here from the left between Wichita State and Hawaii. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Lex Brody's Tire Company would like to say thank you very much for supporting UH. Wear your favorite UH gear into Lex Brody's and get an extra 5% off tires, brakes, and most other services on top of LexBrodys.com Super Saver coupons. You're the best fans, and Lex Brody's voted #1 in North America is the best choice for brake repairs and to purchase tires. Please visit LexBrodys.com for additional details and to set an online appointment.
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's long-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit LexBrodys.com for the best tire value on Oahu. Thank you very much.
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
In the home half of the second, Hawaii will go 4-5-6. It'll be Tate Shimao, Cody Watanabe, and Jake Redding. Again, it's been a pitcher's duel, and both pitchers have been doing very well so far early on.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is going to be what are the adjustments that they're going to make second time through that lineup.
Also, you mentioned for Wichita State, they might be looking at a possible bullpen game today.
Yeah, possible bullpen game, but again, I think if Cusius can give you some length and eat some innings here in game number 1, I think that would be more than welcomed by Coach Green and his staff.
And for Hawaii here in the home half of the second, Shimao, Watanabe, Redding. We take Shimao, the third baseman, hitting 4th. Just 111, the batting average here this season. Bats from the right side. That one misses just wide. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, that fastball just missing. And Cusius looking like he's employing some velocity here, a little bit more than that 90 to 91 that was on the report.
That one catches the outer half. Quickly 1-1. Troy Hodak calling the balls and strikes. Trey Plummer, our official over at first, so the umpire, as well as Javier Navarro over at third. The 1-1. Again, both pitchers trying to hit that outside half. That one misses wide, 2-1. Again, no score here from the last game 1 of a 4-game set between undefeated Wichita State at 4-0, Hawaii at 3-1. The 2-1 offering into the netting. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And tomorrow, like we were saying earlier, is that tomorrow Wichita State's regular Friday night starter,
Brady Hamilton,
excuse me. He's like mid-upper 90s. That's going to be a treat to watch tomorrow.
The 2-2. Shimao swings and misses. Second strikeout for Cusius. 1-1 retired here in the home half of the second.
Yeah, good-looking overhand curveball from Cusius, dropping to the bottom of the zone. Shimao could not hold the swing.
Second baseman Cody Watanabe digs in, hitting .278 on the season. Second baseman hitting in the 5 spot. Hawaii still looking for their first hit. First pitch fouled right off the top of the catcher's mitt from Kaufer. 0-1 the count.
Cody having himself a decent weekend, .278. Coming out of the 4-game set against Gonzaga.
As we hit the 7 o'clock hour here local time on this chilly Thursday evening here from Les Murakami Stadium. The 0-1 misses inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's been a very good athletic day for the Hawaii athletic program. Of course, Rainbow Wahine basketball defeating Cal Poly on the road 71-54. The 1-1 offering. Fouled right into the Wichita State dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Watanabe doing a good job fighting that pitch out, or fighting that pitch off. He was fooled a little bit out in front, but good on him to keep that bat back and fight it off.
Rainbow Wahine softball team over in California, part of the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. The 1-2. Watanabe caught looking.
And Kyusha's kind of found himself a groove here in the early going.
So 2 retired here for Hawaii here in the home half of the second, as Jake Redding will come on, the catcher hitting 6th. Rainbow Haiti softball team lost 8-0 in 6 innings to BYU. They take on number 20 Duke later on here tonight from California. Beach volleyball getting underway, part of the Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Beach Classic. First pitch offering. A breaking ball. Breaks in, first strike 1.
Jake Redding coming into this weekend hitting .312. 16 at-bats, those 3 big doubles last week.
The 0-1 to Redding. Misses inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So again, for beach volleyball, mixed bag of results today. Lost to number 6 Texas 3-2, but the stunner over at the Duke, over on the beach, they defeated number 1 UCLA 3-2.
I'd consider that weekend a wash.
Well, and then tomorrow they take on number 4 USC and number 2 Stanford. So
it does not get
any easier for the Beach Bows. But a nice start to the 2026 campaign. That ball fouled away quickly. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kyusha looking to retire the side via the K, and he does not. A check swing. Our first base umpire, Trey Plummer, says that Redding held the swing, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That looked a little bit too close to take. I mean, that ball was just off the edge.
Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Kyusha retires the side via the K. Shimao strikes out. Watanabe caught looking. Redding also caught looking. Kyusha with 4 strikeouts through 2 innings. For Hawaii in the home half of the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Before we take our break, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Start your mornings with Wake Up Today. Weekday mornings at 5 on CBS 1500. KHKA, AM Honolulu.
A pitcher's duel from the West. No score and no hits for either team. To the third we go. Right after this, you're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Yeah.
You make family life look good. You balance a busy schedule and a budget. For you, a real look needs to be really convenient. So come to Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color and bring the kids. Our stylists can give you the hairstyles you want at an unbeatable value. And our happiness promise means your hairstyle happiness is guaranteed. Visit today. We'll get your family ready for tomorrow. Real salon experiences, real savings, real fantastic. Fantastic Sam's.
At Fort Ruger Market, they fit in your everyday lifestyle. If it's Spam Musubis or mini bentos for the youth game, or takeout family meals for the busy parent, Fort Ruger Market is there with the delicious plate lunch and poke. With everyday 10% discounts for firefighters, EMS, and law enforcement, or Military Mondays and Senior Tuesdays 60 and over. Fort Ruger Market. You bring the family, they'll bring the food.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
The Shockers here in the top half of the third. They go 8-9-1. First appearances in the batting lineup tonight for Caleb Duncan, Zeb Henry, then to the top of the order in Jaden Gustafson as Isaiah Magdaleno back onto the bump for his 3rd inning of work. No score here, top of the 3rd. That breaking ball bends in, and that will hit Duncan. The 2nd hit by pitch for the Shockers here in this game.
Yeah, I think Isaiah was just trying to flip in a curveball first pitch, but as most pitchers know, is that when you don't throw that pitch with a whole ton of conviction, sometimes it'll just kind of slip out of your hand and just float into the right-handed batter's back.
So Duncan aboard on the hit by pitch. That'll begin things here in the visiting half of the 3rd. Zeb Henry, the second baseman, who bats 9th. Lit from the left side.
Shimao playing in. I expect him bunt.
Bunt shown, laid down, right back to Magdaleno. His only choice is to go to first. As they get Henry on the fielder's choice. He's retired 1-3. Moving up to second base on the play was Duncan.
And no panic in Isaiah. Fielding it cleanly, making a quick throw over to first base.
At the top of the order here, back to Jaden Gustafson. Flew out to right field to begin the game. Duncan on at second, takes his lead. No score here, top half of the third. First of a 4-game set between the Bows and the Shockers. First pitch from Magdaleno. Catches the inner half, 0-1.
Before I forget, I need to shout out. I did spend a summer playing in the Jayhawk League, which is right outside of Wichita, Kansas. So I had an awesome host family, the Johnsons, Leanna and Steven Johnson.
The 0-1 becomes 0-2.
I doubt this is going to find their ears, but
hey, you never know.
You know, I think whenever I see Wichita State come into town, I think of them fondly.
It's baseball season.
Yeah,
never know. The 0-2 here, hit out to right field. That will land it on the green. Base hit here for Gustafson. Being held up at third was Henry. Runners on the corners for Wichita State. They've got something brewing here in the top of the third with 2 on and 1 out.
Again, just not a really great located fastball right there. I mean, I think it was a little bit elevated. It did get to the spot, but because of the elevation and the height on that, it was easy for Gustafson to hit that into right field.
And arguably the most dangerous hitter on this Shocker lineup, Jason Jones, again last week against Northern Colorado. 7 of 15, 12 RBI, and that will also bring out a mound visit from Rich Hill.
Yeah, so making sure that, this mound visit is probably just Rich did not like the tempo or did not like that momentum shift in that last at-bat, so he's just kind of bringing in his infield, trying to keep some of that momentum back in the Hawaii dugout.
Rainbow Baseball here on CBS 1500, brought to you by Honolulu Burger Company, locally owned and operated by a UH alum, making fresh burgers cooked to order. So if you're Coach Rich Hill, maybe you're looking for a double play ball here, cooked by Magdaleno, try to get out of this inning with a very dangerous hitter.
But I think what you're going to have to do, the way that I think Isaiah's going to have to get that ground ball, he's going to have to throw that changeup and that sinking fastball down and in. Usually the book says you don't want to go pitches that run in towards a right-handed batter because they can kind of get that barrel on. But I think Isaiah, if he can get these 2 pitches to sink, you could get Jones to get this ball on the turf.
Jones is one of 31 newcomers here for head coach Brian Green here in 2026 for Wichita State. Again, he's homered in the first 4 games this year. It's the first time since Alec Boehm did it back in 2018. Should he go yard here tonight? It'll be the first time since 98 Wichita State has a player go 5 consecutive games with a home run.
I mean, you talked about the 31 new players. Talk about the 31 new players that Wichita State has. Hawaii on their side has 27. I mean, I think that is kind of the story in mid-major baseball nowadays.
God bless the transfer portal.
Telling me.
Jones fouls that one back into the netting quickly, 0-1. Duncan at third, Gustafson at first. 1 out. The count 0-1. Just missing the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the wind, it's been pretty constant here since first pitch, again going left to right.
Yeah, wind kind of picking up a little bit.
Maybe 15 to 20 with gusts around 25. The 1-1 offering, that does not bend in. It misses up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And if that was the correct pitch right there. I think that was a 2-seam fastball kind of sinking in towards the hands. That kind of got Jones to buckle back, but just could not land and hit that inside corner.
Magdaleno comes set. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. Count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And that was the changeup. Falling underneath the zone, getting Jones to chase.
And the middle infielders for Hawaii, Vikes and Watanabe, playing double play depth. Both runners being held on. The 2-2 offering here to the very dangerous Jason Jones. Swung on and missed, and for a second time tonight, Jones retired via the K, 2 away.
And just like Cutius, Isaiah Magdaleno with the strikeout arm working tonight.
MJ Sweeney comes up hitting .400 on the season. He was also hit by a pitch earlier tonight, in the visiting half of the first inning. But a very big out recorded there by Magdaleno as he retired Jones.
Not that you can breathe anymore, just because, again, MJ Sweeney, a very imposing body in that batter's box.
2 on with 2 out here in the top half of the third. Ball popped up as Redding will give a look. And he's unable to catch it.
And that wind just kind of swirling that foul ball behind home plate.
And you're taught as a catcher, you see that ball go up in the air and toss the mask at the very last second, but that ball sort of, more often than not, will find its way to tail it back into the field.
Yeah, it just kind of hung up there.
And runners on the corners here for Wichita State here, top of the third. Duncan at third, Gustafson at first. Ziegler and Almoa holding Gustafson on at first. They look over to Gustafson.
Cody Watanabe playing what is essentially short right field.
And Magdalena will come set. No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top half of the third. The 0-1 into the turf. Nicely blocked there by the catcher Redding. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And change up on the outside corner, not missing by much.
Bats from the left side. Speaking of MJ Sweeney. Again, the pitch over to first. Diving head first back in was Gustafson. Duncan at third, Gustafson at first. The 1-1 offering. He fouled away, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Isaiah Magdaleno really bearing down here. Missing in better spots.
An opportunity for Magdaleno to get out of a jam here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top half of the third. No score here from the Les. Both of the hits for Wichita State have come in this third inning. The 1-2 for Magdaleno. Does not catch the outer half, missing by mere inches.
If that. I mean, from our vantage point, we don't have the greatest vantage point, but from our vantage point, looked pretty good.
Deuce is wild here, top of the third. Magdaleno comes set, the 2-2 offering. That one hits Sweeney, and he is aboard, the 3rd hit batter for Magdaleno here tonight.
And good on, not good on Magdaleno, but I think that is part of the plan, right? Especially because you have such a big body, you kind of have to crowd them. They're gonna do the most damage out over the plate, and so I think you're just trying to stick to the game plan. And so if you clip a couple guys, as long as you can minimize the damage, I think you're gonna be okay.
Duncan will stay at third. Gustafson down to second. Sweeney aboard on the hit by pitch. As Jack Quick, with the bases loaded, steps in. No score here, top of the third. First pitch offering, swings right over the top of it. 0-1.
Another changeup. Getting Quick to swing right over that one.
Again, 2 hit by pitches. An allowed single. As a counter for all 3 base runners here for the Shockers here in the top half of the third. The 0-1 quickly 0-2 as Quick wavers at it and misses.
And went back to the other coast, went to the outside corner with the fastball there. So again, tough mixing speeds, right? You went soft in and now you go hard away. Tough to catch up on that fastball.
0-2 for Magdaleno. Ball right through the 5-6 hole. That'll bring home 1. Duncan will score. On his way from second is Gustafson. Ball thrown to the plate. And the ball dropped by the catcher Redding. He will score. On the play, Sweeney over to third as Quick into second with a single and advances on the throw. 2-0, Shockers ahead.
That's just unfortunate right there. I thought that throw was good, but because it took a little bit of a hop, little too far from the from the plate. I think that's why Redding had to go down and make that catch and popped out of the glove.
So for Quick, that is RBI number 4 and number 5 on the season.
And that one stings a little bit because he did have a 2-strike count.
It's been a 2-run single. And then advancing to second on the throw was Quick. On the play, Sweeney heads over to third. And again, those hit by pitches come back to haunt Magdaleno and the Bows here in the top half of the third.
I think big here for Magdaleno to try and see if he can minimize damage. If you can leave it here at 2, I think going back to the dugout and getting the lineup to turn over, I think that's going to be a big shot in the arm.
Sweeney at third, Quick at second, as Owen Washburn steps in. First pitch offering just misses the outer half. What was being called a strike earlier, they're now being called balls.
Again, not missing by much.
Designated here, Owen Washburn. Count in his favor, 1 ball, no strikes. That ball hit out to left, giving chases. Roll Belke on the effort, diving effort. And the ball just right over his glove. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mean, that was a heck of an effort by Robecki on that play. I mean, that ball kept carrying, and kept tracking it all the entire way.
And 1 ball, 1 strike. Both runs from Wichita State have scored in this top half of the third. 2-0 Shockers ahead. Again, they outscored Northern Colorado last week 43-8. But again, doing their damage here with 2 outs. Count 1 ball and 1 strike here to the DH, Owen Washburn. One inside, 2 balls, 1 strike.
Owen Washburn's father is Jared Washburn, who was a longtime big league pitcher. I remember him mostly with the Angels. So that's crazy. I mean, Jared Washburn is not that much older than I am, and his son is playing here.
Here's the 2-1, swung on and missed, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Washburn, the 7th hitter to come to the plate here in this top half of the third.
Both sides with players that have fathers who are ex-big leaguers. Brody Martin Grzelanic. His dad played 15 years in the show.
The 2-2 hit out to left. That one lands in. 2 runs will score. In from third comes Sweeney. Quick around from second. And a 2-out, 2 RBI single for Owen Washburn. It is 4-0 Shockers here in the top half of the third.
And that's just a good piece of hitting right there. I thought that was a really good pitch on the outside corner, but Washburn doing a really good job staying on that changeup and driving that thing out to left field.
4 runs on 3 hits, but again, those hit by pitches have come back to haunt Hawaii. First pitch offering here to Uloa, out to right, giving chases Watanabe. He'll peel off as Draven Nishida will haul it in, but damage done here by Wichita State as they played 4 in an 8-batter top of the third inning. 4 runs on 3 hits, no Hawaii errors, and 1 runner left on base through 2.5 here from the last. Wichita State 4, Hawaii nothing. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Helle's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Helle app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Helle app. Plus, use your Helle Aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Helle's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Helle on!
Abbey Carpet and Floor introduces the newest waterproof flooring for Hawaii, Opulux. It's a waterproof laminate that's ideal for local living. With our busy lifestyles, it's very easy to keep clean. It's durable and also scratch resistant. perfect for homes with kids and pets. Visit their showroom at 560 North Nimitz Highway and see the waterproof Opulux laminate from Abbey Carpet and Floor.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Hawaii with 7-8-9 coming up here in the home half of the third. Shockers score all 4 of their runs in the top half of this third inning. Along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda, Tiflos here welcoming you back. High atop Les Murakami Stadium, coming to you live from the Rob's Leahy press box. Cannot forget to mention about that top half of the third inning, they also ruled an error on Hawaii's catcher there.
Yeah. So for those of you that are scoring at home, E2 on the play with Jack Quick. That play at home plate. And so that's only going to be 1 RBI for Quick on that play.
So 4-0 Wichita State here as Hawaii will go 7-8-9. Robeki, Kong, and Nahaku. It's 7-8-9 here for Hawaii here in the home half of the third. Trying to solve the riddle that is Matthew Cusius, who has been very good so far.
Yeah.
The 0-1 from Robelki down to third. Jones to his right. One step. Goes cross diamond. As Robecki retired, 5-3, 1 away.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there. I thought Robecki hit that ball pretty well, but right to the third baseman, Jones.
Hawaii's yet to have one go into the outfield so far.
Find some real estate.
Manalau Kong will step in the DH, hitting in the 8th spot for head coach Rich Hill. The 0-1 the first pitch misses up and away.
One of the 2018 Little Leaguers on the Honolulu Little League team that won the World Series.
The 1-0 offering catches the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And 2017 Team Japan, Tsubasa Tomi on Hawaii's pitching staff, also a former Little League World Series alum.
The 1-1 here from Cusius. Lau Kong gives it a drive out to left center. A couple of steps as Gustafson playing the win, hauls it in. Lau Kong retired on the fly out to left. Quickly 2 away.
Lau Kong hitting it pretty well, giving it for a ride, but just those trade winds that are going left to right, knocking that ball in the gap.
Over across the way, over at Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. You can hear it over on our brother station, ESPN Honolulu. Josh Pacheco on the call. 12:57 to go here, first half. Cal Poly leading Hawaii 22-7. Nahaku will step in. First pitch misses down and away. One ball, no strikes.
Kind of starting to feel like Hawaii last weekend on the road at CSUN.
The 1-0 bends in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Again, overhand curveball, dropping in for strike 1.
Okay, no picks for this Wichita State team on the preseason All AAC squad. That one also bends in. One ball, 2 strikes.
Max Coffer doing a really good receiving job on that pitch.
Wind starting to pick up here in the home half of the third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cusius looking to retire Hawaii in order. Misses wide. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that ball was a waste pitch, trying to get Kamana to kind of expand the zone, see if he'll bite.
Like Hawaii, Wichita State has not made a regional in quite some time. 2013, the last time they made the tournament. The 2-2 becomes a full count. 1 misses down and in. But again, you think of those years in the yesteryears with the Easter baseball tournament. Wichita State was a household name in that tournament. The 3-2. Now from the Haku out to left. Gustafson to the beginning of the warning track. Hauls it in. Hawaii retired in order on the fly out to right. For the Bows in the home half of the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Through 3 complete here from the Les. Wichita State 4, Hawaii nothing. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Many people in Hawaii struggle to afford healthcare. And now, a merger between HMSA and Hawaii Pacific Health could make it worse. Mergers like this raise costs and reduce access to care, shifting resources away from the hospitals communities depend on. Most Hawaii residents oppose a merger because of these concerns. They want practical improvements, not major disruption. At the Queen's Health Systems, we join others in calling for an independent review to protect families, small businesses, and communities across our islands. Learn more at healthcaremergerrisks.hi.org.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Through 3 complete here from Les Murakami Stadium. Wichita State leading Hawaii by a score of 4-0. Along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda, Tiff was here from the Rob's Leahy press box from Les Murakami Stadium. A couple of sellouts in week number 1. There's already a ticketed issue sellout for tomorrow. Again, with men's basketball in action, expect where most of the fans are here tonight. Still a good crowd here on this chilly Thursday night.
And for those of you who are listening tonight, please come early tomorrow. All of the festivities start at 6 o'clock.
First pitch offering called a strike.
You know, usually at around 6 o'clock, the stadium's about maybe a quarter to, half full. But I think for the festivities and for Coach Les, I want to see everybody packing the house.
The 0-1 offering here to Coffer. High pop-up. Hits out to the outfield. Coming on is Nushida. And a fly out to right field. Wichita State's their first out here in the top half of the 4th inning.
I think for Magdaleno's psyche, if he can come away with a clean inning here, I think that's going to give him a little bit of a boost. He's at 58 pitches so far through 3+ innings of work.
Now to bring on Caleb Duncan. Was hit by a pitch in the last inning. 8 batters for Wichita State came to the plate in the top half of the 3rd inning. First pitch catches the inner half. No balls, 1 strike. In the middle infield, right on the edge of where the infield meets the outfield, as a
trying to figure out what's going on.
Is that a pitch clock violation?
I would assume so.
The 0-1 bouncing ball to short. Ikes goes across the diamond. 6-3 to Ziegler Namoa as Duncan retired. 2 up, 2 down for Wichita State here in the top half of the 4th inning.
Ike is doing a really good job ranging out there, manning shortstop. Again, first 2 years at UH playing third base. Last year did get to play some shortstop when Jordan Donahue went down. But again, doing a really nice job.
Zeb Henry shows bunts. Magdaleno misses wide. 1 ball, no strikes. Henry did have the sac bunt in the last inning. Went straight back to the mound, and Magdaleno was retired 1-3 on the putout. The 1-0 becomes 2-0. And Hawaii's Warren Nolan RPI came in this week at 241. Wichita State over at 192. Their best start since 2018. Perfect 4-0 here in 2026. The 2-0 misses into the turf. 3-0 the count to the 9-hole hitter in Zeb Henry.
And Henry, kind of your de facto second leadoff hitter. Pretty good wheels.
The 3-0. Catches the upper half, 3-1.
3-0 auto take all the way.
Third baseman Shimao takes a couple steps in. The 3-1 offering here for Magdaleno in the top half of the fourth. Fouled back in the netting, and after going down 3-0 in the count, Magdaleno has worked the count full.
Making much better pitches in those last two.
After giving up 4 runs in the previous inning, Magdaleno looking to go 3 up and 3 down here in the top half of the fourth. The 3-2. Again fouled into the netting, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, Zeb Henry hanging tough here. Working this full count. Trying to get himself on base, trying to extend the Wichita State fourth.
And starting to pick up yet again. Magdaleno gets the sign he wants from Redding. The 3-2. 12-6 breaking ball. Bows retire the Shockers in order. And as you said, Harry, an important inning for Magdaleno after giving up 4 in the top half of the third. So for the Shockers here in the visiting fourth, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. To the home half of the fourth we go. Hawaii still looking for hit number 1. Wichita State leading Hawaii by a score of 4-0. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
You make family life look good. You balance a busy schedule and a budget. For you, a real look needs to be really convenient. So come to Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color and bring the kids. Our stylists can give you the hairstyles you want at an unbeatable value. And our happiness promise means your hairstyle happiness is guaranteed. Visit today. We'll get your family ready for tomorrow. Real salon experiences, real savings, real fantastic. Fantastic Sam's.
While Hawaii's public employees were hard at work, politicians in Washington handed billionaires massive tax breaks. Now Hawaii lawmakers may need to cut essential public services to cover the shortfall. That could mean inadequate food safety protections, fewer health services, and weakened public safety. When Hawaii calls, who will be there to answer? Tell your lawmakers, protect Hawaii's vital public services. A message from HGEA.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Bottom half of the 7 o'clock hour here local time on this Thursday evening. Wichita State leading Hawaii here in game 1 of this 4-game set. 4-0. Bows looking for their first hit of the night. In fact, trying to get their first hit ball into the outfield.
Yep. Trying to get their first hit ball, trying to get their first base runner. So going to be interesting, again, like I was saying in the second inning, I think it's going to be interesting to see the types of adjustments that the Hawaii hitters are going to make against Cusius.
Matthew Cusius has performed very well coming now into inning number 4 of work. First pitch offering to Ben Ziegler-Namoa, misses down and away, so the Bows will go 1, 2, 3, top of the order. Ziegler-Namoa, Ikes, and Nushida. Ziegler-Namoa grounded out to second base to begin the bottom half of the first inning. The 1-0 becomes 1-1. Ball right down the middle.
Tough 2-pitch mix right there. Change up off the plate to kind of change the eyes, and went breaking ball to that same half on that outside corner, catching the outside part of the plate for strike 1.
The 1-1 got off the top of the catcher's mitt. Ziegler-Namoa down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Cusius is doing a really good job mixing his pitches. I mean, that was first 3 pitches, 3 different pitches to 3 different locations. So you have all of these different permutations that you have at your disposal.
Fouled off the catcher's mitt. Ziegler-Namoa will get another opportunity, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Cusius just attacking the zone.
In the second appearance for Cusius this season. Had 4 strikeouts over 3 innings last week. The 1-2 offering. Misses down and away. Ball gets beyond the catcher, Kaufer. Count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Just missing the feet of Ziegler-Namoa.
And no matter the opponent, outscoring them 43-8. It's very impressive for a squad that was 16 games below 500 a year ago.
And even with the weather, if I'm not mistaken, the weather was a little cool.
Look out, Ziegler Namoa fouls out one in the upper deck. And of course, ball goes into the stands. Keiki run around, try to get it. Again, Ziegler Namoa digs in on the left side. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The offering from Cusius. And again, the battle continues. Ziegler Namoa fouls it off. And you mentioned it, Harry, but tomorrow, Rainbow Warrior Countdown begins at 5:45. A special pregame edition with the retirement ceremony, or the enshrinement ceremony, I beg your pardon, for former Rainbow Warrior head coach Les Murakami. The 2-2 offering to Ben Ziegler Namoa. Bounces it wide of first, and again, the battle continues.
And second baseman Zeb Henry is playing like Cody Watanabe in the last half inning, playing in that short right field area behind second base position. Shortstop kind of shading a little bit towards second base. Playing Ben to pull.
So we'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ziegler Namoa this time bounces it to second base, over to Henry. On the throw down to first. Ziegler Namoa, who battled in that at-bat, but loses the battle. He grounds out to second base for a second time here tonight, 1 away.
Those are the kinds of at-bats that aren't going to appear in any sort of stat sheet, but to battle all of those pitches and to make Cusius work. Again, Cusius being very economical thus far, 10 up, 10 down. But I think if you're Hawaii, you want to try and prolong these at-bats to get into this Shockers bullpen.
Elijah Ikes will step in. Hawaii trailing by 4 here, home half of the 4th. Ball into the turf, 1 ball, no strikes. Ikes grounded out to third, as he is 0 for 1 here tonight over at Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Cal Poly leading Hawaii 28-25, 8:52 to go here first half. The 1-0 here to Ikes. Misses just wide, 2-0.
That's a pretty good take right there. Again, I think the catcher Coffer trying to bring that pitch and frame it back to the plate, but home plate umpire Troy Hodak not biting.
The 2-0 to Ikes. This one catches the right down the middle. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And again, very good take from Elijah. I think that was a 2-0 breaking ball, a little bit of a cutter or a slider. Ideally, if you're trying to swing 2-0, you want to hit the straight one.
Ikes over 1 here tonight. Takes strike 2. Ikes came in hitting .333 on the year. Was up 2-0 in the count. Now it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Ikes slaps it over to short. Uloa gathers it, goes cross, dive in, and the ball off the top of the glove of Sweeney. Ikes will stay at first.
That's going to be Hawaii's first base runner of the evening.
And that'll be an E6 on the throw from Uloa.
And that was all Elijah Ikes. Elijah doing a really good job getting out of the box quickly and hustling up the line. So rushing the throw did Uloa, and that's why that throw airmailing first base.
He put the rubber slippers on his hands and got all the way down to first.
He did.
Javen Nishida, Hawaii's number 3 hitter. Corners, third baseman pulling in, that is Jones. That ball hit out to right, but just wide of the foul line. And going to go back to first base is Elijah Ikes. Count no balls and 1 strike.
Good on Draven right there. Saw a pitch that he could handle, being aggressive. Sometimes he can be over-aggressive in the Hawaii lineup. He has probably the most swing and miss in his swing. But again, that's why he's able to drive the ball with not necessarily the biggest frame for a right fielder.
And for the first time tonight, Matthew Cusius dealing with some Hawaii traffic on the base paths. Nothing in 1. Ikes takes his lead, breaks for a second, ball fouled into the turf and hits the hands of Nishida, as again, Ikes will have to make his way back to first. Count no balls and 2 strikes.
You know, and I think that if Nishida held up on the swing, I think Ikes could have been in there safely. I mean, that was a pretty good jump on a hit and run.
Ikes is 1 for 1 on stolen bases this season. Takes his lead off of first. Nishida digs in. Nothing into the count. One out here in the home half of the fourth. Hawaii trailing 4-0. The 0-2 Ikes does not break. Ball into the turf. Good block there from Coffer. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Good to see Nishida leaving that down under the zone. Trying to get a rally going here in the fourth.
Ikes again taking his lead. Count 1 and 2 to Nishida. Ikes breaks for second. Ball right through the mound. Corralled by the shortstop Uloa, who steps on second. And a 6-3 inning-ending double play. Nishida goes 5-hole on the pitcher Cusius. But right there was Uloa, was on his wallet, stepped on second, through to first, and just like that, Hawaii's opportunity in the fourth comes to an end. But for the Bows in the home half of the fourth, no runs on no hits. There was one Wichita State error, and Hawaii does not leave any runners on base through 4 completes from the less. Wichita State 4, Hawaii nothing. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball here on CBS 1500.
Aloha from Waiakea. As a proud corporate sponsor of University of Hawaii Athletics, we're committed to keeping our athletes and fans hydrated with delicious volcanic water straight from the Big Island. Our water originates atop the Mauna Loa volcano as rain and snow melt, filtering through thousands of feet of porous volcanic rock and re-emerging at the surface as refreshingly crisp, naturally alkaline water. Learn more at waiakea.com and find us at most stores across the islands. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
Aloha, this is Stan Maiona from Sports Stan. You're listening to University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
To the top half of the fifth we go here from Leesburg Kami Stadium on a really nice evening, but it is a little chilly, a little bit windy as well. Wichita State leading Hawaii by a score of 4-0. Hawaii still looking for their first hit of the game as Isaiah Magdaleno heads back to the bump to begin his 5th inning of work. First pitch offering misses down and away. 1 ball and no strikes.
Not a bad pitch. Starting change of 0-0. Trying to see if you can get a free out on the swing.
Shockers will go 1-2-3 here in the top half of the 5th. So Gustafson, Jones, and Sweeney. The count 2-0 to Gustafson. Shimao, Ikes, Watanabe, Ziegler, Namoa, 3rd to 1st for Hawaii along the infield. The 2-0 here from Magdaleno, hit out to center, giving chases Nahaku on the run, right to the edge of the warning track, tracks it down, and a loud fly out to center. F8 begins the top half of the 5th inning.
And Nahaku having a tremendous jump, ball off the bat. He was taking his first step back and just made a beeline to the warning track and reeling that in for out number 1.
And as an outfielder, that's what you're taught. First step, right? Always back.
Don't ask me. I could not catch fly balls to save my life.
That's why they stuck you on the mound. Jason Jones will step in, 0 for 2 on the evening. And has homered in all 4 of the games last week against Northern Colorado. Takes ball 1. And Josh Pacheco will be back tomorrow afternoon. Rainbow Warrior Countdown again. Special pregame time at 5:45. Gates will open at 5 as that one from Jones out to left center. Robecki gives way to Nahaku, and for a second consecutive batter, it is retired by the center fielder, Nahaku.
And I'm sure Jason Jones off of the bat, he thought he got that one. Just the body language out of the box, but here at sea level and with these wind gusts, that ball just getting knocked down in the gap.
Now, if it had gone the other direction, if it had gone the right center, that ball still might be in the air. So quickly 2 retired here in the top half of the 5th. MJ Sweeney will dig in. Again, outside of that third inning, Magdalena has looked pretty good so far. Count 0-1 as Sweeney waves through.
But I've always said that one of the biggest attributes for a Friday night ace type of starter, if you will, which Isaiah Magdaleno is that when you do, you're only human, you're going to get hit, but to limit the damage.
The 0-1 misses down, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And to not let those cold spells prolong. And so again, Magdaleno doing a good job settling down here after that rough third inning.
1 ball, 1 strike here, top of the 5th, 2 outs. Shockers lead 4-0. The 1-1 becomes 1-2 as Sweeney looks at strike 2, down and away. Catches the outer half.
And again, this game and they're going to shift Shimao back to behind second base. So they're going to go 3 infielders on the right side. Big gap on the left.
So as a hitter, do you try to go for the hole, or do you just take what the pitch is given to you?
Well, I'm thinking if you're the Hawaii coaching staff, you're kind of hoping that a Tiger can't change his stripes, and so you're just going to try and pitch the pull with MJ Sweeney.
Doesn't matter. The 1-2 swung on and missed as Sweeney strikes out, and for a second consecutive inning, Shockers go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're halfway through here from Manoa. Wichita State 4, Hawaii still looking for their first hit. They trail here 4-0. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
Aloha, Kanoa Leahy here. I want to tell you about a special Kama'aina company I love, Kahala, the original Aloha shirt since 1936. Locally owned and operated in Honolulu, Kahala has been crafting iconic Aloha shirts for generations. To celebrate 90 years of Aloha in 2026, Kahala will be releasing limited edition shirts honoring each decade, from the 1930s to the 2020s. They look great and feel even better. Support local and check them out online at kahala.com, on Instagram at Kahala, or at one of their 6 locations island-wide.
Looking for a checking account that actually rewards you? Open an eLife or Kasasa Cashback checking account with Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Set up direct deposit and get $100. Already a member? Refer friends. They'll get $100 when they join, and you'll earn $50 for every successful referral. It's easy, rewarding, but only for a limited time. Visit HawaiiUSAFCU.com/welcome gift for details, or stop by any branch. Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. Insured by NCUA.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
To the bottom of the 5th we go. Tip blows along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda on this gusty Thursday evening. Shockers leading 4-0. Bows looking for their first hit here in tonight's contest. Again, a 4-game series, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as Hawaii begins week number 2 of the 2026 season.
And last half inning for Hawaii in the bottom of the 4th. I mean, that was just that kind of sums up the game so far. I mean, just kind of unlucky. You know, that ball hit by Draven Ushida was the best hit ball of the night for Hawaii.
Bows will go 4-5-6. First pitch offering here from Cusius misses high and away. Again, the Bows will go Shimao, Watanabe, and Redding scheduled up 4-5-6. But again, the loudest hit by Hawaii, or loudest batted ball, beg your pardon, through the wickets of the pitcher, Cusius. Johnny in the spot, Uloa, that ball high into the zone, nearly hits the shoulder of Shimao. He's able to turn away. Takes a very loud ball, too.
Yeah, and again, if you're Hawaii, you'll take anything, right?
Again, his second appearance of the season, speaking of starting pitcher for Wichita State and Matthew Cusius, as the catcher Coffer with some discussion to the home plate umpire, Troy Hodak. Maybe, no, they're going to say they're going to give him a ball 3 here.
Well, what I did see was Cusius was kind of off the mound, adjusting his hat and stuff, so maybe he thought in his head that the pitch clock restarted because he was not engaged on the rubber, but maybe Troy Hodak at home plate thought differently.
This also has the Wichita State head coach Brian Green in his third year, 56-35, as he's now having a discussion with our home plate umpire and also the catcher. And Coffer talking with another of the umpires, as both the first and third base umpires have come on down, and there's a big old powwow here at home plate.
And it's beginning to get a little bit more demonstrative by Coach Green with his conversation behind home plate. And with that, the Shockers are going to send a couple bodies to the bullpen. I see a pitcher getting stretched, so maybe they're thinking that Cush's night is coming to an end. And if this is the end, I mean, that is a very, very good outing thus far.
Well, we have a moment in this lengthy discussion. Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500, brought to you by Waiakea Hawaiian Volcanic Beverages. Naturally alkaline and always refreshing. Find us at a Times or a Foodland near you, or visit waiakea.com. So nothing really will result from that extended discussion. It's just more of a conversation with the head coach and Brian Green, who will head back to his dugout, and the count will be 3 balls and no strikes.
So again, this would be a huge, huge shot in the arm for Hawaii if you could get your leadoff runner on.
The 3-0 to Shimao. Right down the middle, 3 balls, 1 strike, and that was a full take from Shimao. No surprise.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, I think you got to try and force him to throw a strike there, see if you can work a walk.
The 3-1 here from Cush's, home half of the 5th. Shimao hits it out to right center. That will hang up just enough as Quick on the run in that right center gap. Shimao flies out to the right fielder, 1 away.
Yeah, same story as kind of last week in Shimao. I thought barreled a couple good balls, several balls over the weekend, and just could not get them to fall, and that was another one.
In steps Cody Watanabe, the second baseman, 0 for 1 here tonight. He's caught looking in the home half of the second. First pitch offering misses high and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Shockers scored all 4 of their runs in the top half of the third, aided by a Hawaii error and 2 hit by pitches. The 1-0 hammered out to center field, but Duncan takes a couple of steps, and the hits have been getting a little bit louder for Hawaii, but they're sort of to where the Shockers defense is.
Yeah, still, but nothing to show for it. Hawaii's still looking for their first hit, and that is in the Wichita State bullpen. That is Amar Senge getting loose, right-hander.
So 2 gone here in the home half of the 5th. And steps the catcher, Jake Redding. That takes strike 1.
Yeah, Cushis is just has the hot hand right now.
And he's working with the lead here, the 0-1 offering. Redding bouncing ball to third, right into the glove of Jones, goes cross diamond. And again, Hawaii down in order as Redding grounds out 5-3. And just like that, Hawaii done in the home half of the 5th. A quick moving first half of our game as we head to the 6th. 4-0 Wichita State with Hawaii. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The 6th inning we go. Shockers 4, Bows nothing. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
Ready for UH football, man?
Yep, check this out.
Oh!
Surround sound, that works.
Whoa, I'm ready, bro.
Hey, watch this.
How come the blender went off?
Huh?
The blender in the kitchen went off, bro.
Nah.
Try again.
Oh, man.
Okay, we can make some like a fruit smoothies.
When you want your home or business wired right, call a unionized electrical contractor. 847-5341.
IBEW, Local 1186, lighting your path to the future.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Hele's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Kama'aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on!
University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Brought to you by Fantastic Sam's Cotton Collar.
High atop Les Murakami Stadium, coming to you live from the Bronze Leahy press box, along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda. Tifwell's here. Game 1 of 4 in this 4-game set between Hawaii and Wichita State. Shockers leading 4-0 with Isaiah Magdaleno back out to the mound to begin his 6th inning of work.
Yeah, 73 pitches so far through 5 innings. And so, again, we're talking about after that ugly 3rd inning where the Shockers sent 8 batters to the plate. Isaiah settling down, 6 up, 6 down in the last 2 innings.
As for the Shockers, they will go a ball right off the glove of Shimao in the left field as Quick makes his way to second. Head first dive, and he is safe.
And just getting the hand in there at second base. I thought Robecki doing a good job getting that ball in the second base, but just again, the hand, Quick's hand getting in just in the nick of time.
And so they will go Quick, Washburn, and Uloa here in the top half of the 6th. They will rule that a double for Quick. Just like that, Wichita State threatening early on here in the visiting half of the 6th. Oh, and Washburn will step in.
Hawaii getting the bullpen going. That's Grant Garman, the left-hander.
Washburn swings right through that, and that one may have caught Redding in a place where some of those in-house and listening can feel the pain.
Yeah, so home plate umpire giving him some time, getting everybody to reset. They're going to shift Cody Watanabe into pull, playing shallow right field. They're going to put shortstop Iquez right in the back pocket of the second base runner.
The 0-1 swung on and missed. Quickly, 0-2 to the DH Washburn.
And that was just a filthy changeup that Washburn could not hold up on that swing.
Quick over on at second with that leadoff double. The 0-2 fouls it off. We'll do it again. And 4-0 our score here, top half of the 6th. Shockers scored all 4 of their runs in the 3rd inning. Beneficiaries of 2 hit by pitches. The 0-2 right over the top of the glove of Ziegler Namoa, stays in fair territory. As Quick will round third, head on home, and back-to-back doubles for Wichita State. It is 5-0 WSU.
And it's exactly what the doctor ordered for Wichita State. I mean, now that you're in the last stanza of this game here, now you want to try and see if you can create some separation after hanging that 4 spot in the 3rd.
As Quick and Washburn trade places. Again, our new score 5-0, as that will bring Rich Hill from the dugout.
And it looks like Hawaii is going to go to the bullpen.
And 5 runs on 5 hits here for Wichita State. And 1 Hawaii error. The Bows, no runs, no hits, and 1 error as well. Call to the bullpen brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit HawaiiConcussion.com. As Isaiah Magdaleno's night is done, we'll take a special 60-second in-game timeout, and we'll tell you who Hawaii's new hurler is. On the other side, you're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
When pain gets in the way of everyday life, it affects more than how you move. It changes how you show up for your family and your life. At Queens Orthopedics and Spine, patients receive nationally recognized care and advanced treatments to help them recover faster with better outcomes. So you can enjoy morning walks, get back in the game, and move comfortably again. Because at Queens, recovery is about more than healing. It's about getting back to life. Learn more at queens.org/ortho.
Abbey Carpet and Floor introduces the newest waterproof flooring for Hawaii, Opulux. It's a waterproof laminate that's ideal for local living. With our busy lifestyles, it's very easy to keep clean. It's durable and also scratch resistant. Perfect for homes with kids and pets. Visit their showroom at 560 North Nimitz Highway and see the waterproof Opulux laminate from Abbey Carpet and Floor.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Call to the bullpen for Hawaii brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit hawaiiconcussion.com. Harry, head coach Rich Hill goes to the bullpen and he brings in
Grant Garman, left-hander. He pitched last weekend, did not record an out. Walked one hit, but none of those base runners that he put on came around to score. So again, 0.00 ERA thus far, but Garman looking to have a better outing here on Thursday night.
And 5-0 our score. Back-to-back doubles begins the top half of the sixth here for Wichita State. So Garman comes set, showing bunt, laying it down is Uloa. That will trickle foul. No balls, one strike.
Trying to go push bunt right there. You don't see that very often anymore, where the right-handed batter is going to try and push that ball past the pitcher towards second base position, and once it clears the pitcher, then technically that should be easy sailing for the base hit, because that second baseman should be covering first base, excuse me.
And we'll be on our brother station ESPN Honolulu tomorrow and Sunday. 5-0 here, Shockers, top of the sixth. The 0-1. Uloa lays it down right to the pitcher. Garman gathers, and he just gets Uloa by half a step on the play. Washburn heads over to third.
And good job on getting off of that mound and making that strong throw over to first base. So again, I think what Hawaii's going to do is they're probably going to pinch Tate Shimao to try and cut off that runner. I think they're going to play the entire infield in.
Infield will come in as Coffer will step in. 0 for 2 here tonight. First pitch, Coffer. Up and away, 1 ball, no strikes. And for Wichita State, 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 Hawaii error. For the Bows, no runs, no hits, 1 Shockers error. The 1-0 here to Coffer. Coffer unloads, but it will go well wide and right over the batting cage, which should be finished at some point in time.
Yep. Probably made its way onto track and field's new practice area.
Again, 1 ball, 1 strike is our count. 1 out here in the top half of the sixth. Shockers have already played in 1, looking for a second. The 1-1 a Coffer. This time goes and flies it out to right, well over the bullpen, and hopefully doesn't hit a window in the media lot.
Magdaleno still responsible for Owen Washburn over at third base. So can't close the book on Isaiah Magdaleno just yet.
The lefty Garman comes set. The 1-2 offering. Here to Coffer. Right up the box. That one lands on the green. 6-0 Shockers.
And I think that ball should have been a little bit more down. Again, a fastball just elevated top of the zone, and that ball is hit right back up the middle. Again, 1-2 count. Got to put him away there, but Coffer doing a really good job staying on that pitch.
6-0 Wichita State leading here in the first of a 4-game set. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
Start your mornings with Wake Up Today. Weekday mornings at 5 on CBS 1500. KHKA AM Honolulu.
8th hitter Caleb Duncan fouls that one back into the netting. Quickly 0-1. And if this is a team that is preseason picked to finish 8th in the American Athletic Conference, this is going to be a very good AAC conference season.
Shockers trying to shock the world in the American Conference.
The 0-1. Grounded into the turf, over to Shimal at third. His only play is the first. He will retire Duncan on the 5-3 putout. On the play, Coffer heads over to second. 2 gone here in the top half of the sixth. Halftime over at Benko Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Cal Poly leading Hawaii 44-35. And also in action on the continent, top of the fifth. Top 25 Duke leading the Rainbow Wahine softball team, looking to possibly be another Mercy Rule loss for the Bows. Duke leading Hawaii 8-1. Henry will step in, fouls that one wide of the first base coach's box. No balls and 1 strike. Henry here tonight, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt and a strikeout.
Wahine softball just kind of going through some growing pains. You know, new coach Thanatharn. I see a lot of parallels between her and Coach Hill, very energetic.
0-1 swung on and missed, nothing in 2.
And has been around the West Coast.
Previously with Long Beach State for quite some time.
Lifer.
The Hawaii athletic department outside of football. A couple of other sports going through their final year of the Big West Conference before the move to the Mountain West. The 0-2 waves right through that, does Henry. The strikeout recorded there from Garmin. But for Wichita State, they score twice, so 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Hawaii errors and 1 runner left on base. To the bottom of the 6th we go. Shockers lead Hawaii 6-0. The Bows still looking for hit number 1. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hi, this is Eddie. I'm the lead lumber for Hardware Hawaii in Kailua. I like helping customers find what they need. It's not like another stranger just shopping here. My customers are like my friends, and then I just help them out, and I feel good. And it just makes my day. We're out here in the lumberyard ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Aloha, this is Stan Maiona from Sports Stan. You're listening to University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
To the bottom of the 6th we go here from Les Murakami Stadium, along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda. Tifos here from the Rob's Leahy press box. Shockers with 4 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th. 6 runs on 6 hits. 1 Hawaii error for the Bows. No runs, no hits. 1 Shockers error as Hawaii will go 7-8-9. Robeki, Lau Kong, and Nahaku scheduled up for Hawaii is Matthew Cusius on the bump for a 6th inning of work. And he has pitched very, very well. First pitch to Robelki, called strike 1.
I mean, going back to last week, that is 8 scoreless innings, consecutive scoreless innings for Cusius.
The 0-1 fouled into the upper deck to our right. And no balls and 2 strikes. As an older gentleman grabs the ball and gives it to a Keiki. The 0-2 right over the top of the awning, out of play.
And not only is that 8 scoreless innings, that is 8 hitless innings by Matthew Cusius.
The 0-2 offering. Right to short and a diving stab to his right as Uloa hauls it in. And again, that's maybe the 3rd or 4th loud swing by Hawaii, but it results in an out.
Again, that was an outstanding grab by Uloa, ranging to his right and getting full extension on that.
So 1 gone here in the home half of the 6th. Manalao Kong will step in, the DH. Batting in the 8th spot, making his collegiate debut here in 2026. First pitch right through the middle and count quickly, 0-1.
I'd imagine that Hawaii is playing take to get a strike, till you get a strike.
The 0-1 misses just above the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a nervous energy here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
The 1-1 misses up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And that is pitch number 67 for Cusius.
Lalkong will dig in on the right side. The 2-1 offering. Misses high and away. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Good AB from the Frosh. Again, one of the highly touted recruits of this 2026 class for Hawaii.
The 3-1 right down the middle. Count draws full. 3-2. Mentioned for the Shockers, 31 newcomers this year, 4 grad students, 8 seniors, 3 redshirt juniors. Lalkong will foul that into the netting. Just 7 returnees, 5 position players, 2 pitchers for head coach Brian Green. Did spend some time here in Hawaii.
Yep. Funny story, at the time when I was getting recruited here to the University of Hawaii, Coach Green was still the hitting coach. At the time, Hawaii had a center fielder named Josh Green. And so first day meeting all the coaches, I walk into the office and I say, "Hi, Coach Josh."
3-2, Lalkong retired as he swings right over the top of it.
Very embarrassing story from 17-year-old Harrison Kuroda.
So with 2 gone here in the home half of the 6th, Kamana Nahaku will step in. Flew out to right field to end the 3rd inning. Hawaii's been retired in order every single inning. First pitch high and away, 1 ball, no strikes.
There was an error in the 4th inning, but that quickly got erased by that slick play by shortstop Alex Uloa to turn an unassisted double play.
The 1-0 catches the outer half, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And it's just been that kind of night for Hawaii.
A couple of unfortunate plays made by the Shockers as Nahaku hammers that one out to center, but the wind will keep that one in the park. On the edge of the warning track was a center fielder for Wichita State in Caleb Duncan, and for a 6th consecutive inning, Hawaii retired in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no Rainbow Warriors left on base. To the 7th inning we go. 7-8-9, hopefully Bull Warrior time here on this Thursday evening. Shockers 6, Bows nothing. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
This place they call paradise, I call my home. To be born and raised local grown.
With hotels, condo resorts, and vacation rentals on 5 Hawaiian islands, Castle Resorts and Hotels is a Kama'aina favorite. When you need a place to stay to attend a tournament, family function, or a golf getaway, visit castleresorts.com for special Kama'aina rates. Castle Resorts and Hotels. Born in Hawaii, built on hospitality, inspired by aloha.
H-A-W-A, there ain't no other place like these islands.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
A reminder coming up tomorrow, special Rainbow Warrior Countdown pregame show beginning at 5:45 due to the honoring of Les Murakami into the College Baseball Hall of Fame, the induction ceremony. So a special pregame coverage beginning at 5:45. First pitch right around 6:35. Catch it over on our brother station, ESPN Honolulu. Josh Pacheco will be back from calling Rainbow Warrior basketball. You'll be on the call as well. Or was Scott Robbs?
Scott Robbs, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm not trying to give you more work on this Friday.
I'm trying to think. I'm just like, well, Scott, I know has to MC the thing, so I'm sure he'll be up here tomorrow.
Second inning of work here for the Hawaii hurler in Grant Garmin.
Good curveball on the outside corner for strike one. Unless we not forget that Hall of Fame weekend all throughout lower campus. On Saturday, AC Carter will be honored at basketball. And that's going to be on
Jersey
ESPN.
retirement.
Yeah, Jersey retirement.
So the 1-1 here to Gustafson. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, the Shockers will go 1, 2, 3 scheduled up here in the top half of the 7th. Gustafson, Jones, and Sweeney. But all the offense for the Shockers have come from everybody but Jason Jones, the AAC Offensive Player of the Week, who did some work against Northern Colorado last week. The 1-2, wide of first, will do it again.
I mean, that's one of those weekends where I think you just go unconscious and everything is easy and everything just seems to go your way, but 4 consecutive home runs is a special, special weekend.
Again, you look at that third inning, couple of hit by pitches, an error by Hawaii as well. Most of the damage done with 2 outs. The 1-2 misses down and away, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So again, first pitch times this weekend, 6:35 tomorrow, 3:05 on Saturday due to Rainbow Warrior basketball with their early tip-off as well, and then the usual 1:05 Sunday matinee. The 2-2, swung on and missed. Gustafson retired, 1 away.
And Garmin basically going with 1 pitch. I mean, that breaking ball, I mean, it's a good one. That's cutting all the way across to the outside corner.
Jason Jones will step in. Batting second in the order, playing third base. 0 for 3 here tonight. So he'll step in on the right side. Again, looking for his 5th consecutive game with a home run. First pitch offering, lays to short. Ikes on the backhand. 1 bounces it to Ziegler, now more. That was pretty. Maybe the play of the game there from Hawaii so far.
Yeah, well hit ball out to deep shortstop, and Ike is doing a really good job catching that on the short hop and not panicking, knowing that he has to go 1 hop to first base and making a really, really good throw and a really good feed for Ben over there at first base.
He made that look easy. That looked routine.
And that's why he is the prospect that he is. Again, if all goes well, probably going to get his name called in the June draft.
In will step MJ Sweeney. Was hit by a pitch in the 1st and 3rd, struck out in the 5th. Officially 0 for 1 here today. First pitch offering, bends in for a strike. And for Wichita State, 4 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th.
And this is going to be a pinch hitter for Wichita State, number 31, Nolan Ganter.
So Ganter quickly behind in the count, 0-2.
Ganter last weekend, 3 for 6, cool 500 batting average, 2 RBIs. So employed as a pinch hitter to face the left-handed pitching Garmin.
Officially 3 for 6 on the season, batting 500. The 0-2 offering. This is up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And again, for Friday night and Sunday afternoon, both broadcasts on ESPN Honolulu. Saturday's broadcast will be right here on CBS 1500. The 1-2 offering swung on and missed as the Shockers retired in order, with Garmin picking up 2 more strikeouts. That is now 10 for Hawaii here this evening. For the Shockers in the visiting half of the 7th, No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. To the 7th inning we go here in Manoa with our score Wichita State 6 and Hawaii nothing. Our 7th inning stretch brought to you by Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color. 7-8-9 Bull Warrior time. Can the Bows get a hit? Can the Bows get a run? Find out on the other side. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
At Dow Electric Supply, we're your local-based company with your needs in mind. We see the light in Hawaii, and rest assured, we are with you all the way. Our sales counter and will call are here to serve Hawaii's electricians, developers, utility companies, businesses, and homeowners. The Dial Lighting Gallery showroom is open by appointment only. Go online to www.dialelectricsupply.com. Open weekdays from 7 to 3. At Dial Electric Supply, we see the light.
Sports Stand Sporting Goods is Hawaii's best baseball and softball store. At Sports Stand, you'll experience the largest selection of baseball and softball gloves and bats in Hawaii. You know the rules. Quality sporting goods always at a price you can afford. Stop by Sports Stand Sporting Goods in beautiful downtown Waipio, 94-547 Uke'e Street, Suite 303. Or give them a call at 808-676-STAND. That's 808-676-7826. Remember, at Sports Stand, it's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
New pitcher on the mound for Wichita State. It'll be Brady Owens, the senior left-hander. Second appearance for him on the year. Last week, couple of innings of work. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. As we hit the bottom of the 7th here at the Les.
Interesting. Feast or famine. I mean, that's 5 out of 6 potential outs in those 2 innings of work that came via strikeout.
And that'll close the book on Matthew Cusius. And if you're a Hawaii fan, if you're a Hawaii batter, enjoy the time in the dugout. But he pitched one heck of a ball game.
That was an outstanding effort from Matthew Cusius. I mean, we were talking about it earlier, right? Wichita State going into this game as a staff game, you know, thinking that they're going to have to employ and play a mix and match game. But Matthew Cusius just had the hot hand all night through his 6 innings of work.
He said, no, give me the ball. I'm going to go 6 and give you no hits. Bows go 1-2-3 here in the home half of the 7th. First pitch offering to Ziegler Namoa, called strike 1.
I mean, just think about the last 2 weekends for Cusius. 9 innings of scoreless and hitless baseball.
The 0-1 here to Ziegler Namoa. Into the turf. 1 ball, 1 strike. So if you're a hitter, are you trying to see the offerings of this new pitcher? Are you trying to go right after him? What do you think is the...
I think the time of the game, where you are in the game, dictates that you kind of have to be half aggressive. You know, ideally, I mean, yeah, you would love to see what type of pitches and the type of shapes that Owens is kind of feature, but again, late in the game, you cannot give at-bats away.
Bows looking for their first hit here tonight. The 2-1. Ziegler Namoa fouls it off. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, so we're good. It's crunch time here for Hawaii.
Bottom of the 5th over in California. Rainbow Wahine softball team now trailing by 3, 8-5 against top 25 Duke. They were trailing 8-1 earlier in that contest. The 2-2 here to Ziegler Namoa, the grad students. Up and in, count full, 3-2.
The Wahine trying to use some of that Manoa magic on the continent.
Part of that Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic up in California. Full count to Ziegler Namoa, draws the walk, and Hawaii, for the first time in quite some time, they have some traffic.
Yeah, leadoff runner on. First time all game that they've got the leadoff runner on. But again, it's just the kind of night that Matthew Cusius had, right? It's not that Hawaii can't hit. I mean, these are all very good hitters, but sometimes good pitching is just going to be dominant like that.
So Ziegler Namoa draws the walk. He's over at first. Elijah Ikes will step in. Reached on an error in the fourth. Grounded out to third. In the first inning, that ball misses up and in. 1 ball, no strikes.
And good on Ikes to stay patient. And Wichita State is going to have a right-hander up.
The 1-0 into the turf. Smothered there by Coffer. No advancement there from Ziegler Namoa. Count 2-0 to Elijah Ikes.
Hey, kudos to you that all game, I didn't hear you say Terraflex once.
There's still some time. As now Wichita State will have their pitching coach come to the mound.
Trying to see if we can get a jersey number for the right-hander that's in the Shockers bullpen.
Again, we were brought up and told about how this is going to be a bullpen game for Wichita State in game 1 of a 4-game set coming off of that impressive performance last week at home against Northern Colorado. Are you surprised with how well Matthew Cushis performed here tonight that he only goes 6?
Yeah, I am. But again, I think you kind of coach with your eyes. I think you have the intention of a certain plan or a certain script that you want to use with your pitching. But if your starter is going to give you 6 shutout, that's only going to help them for the rest of the weekend in games 2 through 4.
Count 2-0 to Elijah Ikes. Ziegler Namoa over at first. Right over the top, Ikes the swing. 2-1 the count.
And that was a healthy cut from Elijah Ikes. Going dead red, got the fastball, but just like you said, partner, swinging right over that.
Middle infield playing deep. Ziegler Namoa takes his lead again. Ball into the turf. No advancement. Count 3 balls and 1 strike.
And Ziegler Namoa keeping his lead short, knowing that his run really in the grand scheme of things does not matter here. But you just cannot give up the 9 remaining outs that you have.
3-1 to the 2-hole hitter Ikes. Ziegler Namoa over at first. Healthy cut again there from Ikes. Unable to catch up to it. Count full again, 3-2.
And you could make the argument that he probably just swung at ball 4 right there.
Ziegler Namoa takes the lead. Owens comes set. The 3-2. Inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks drawn by the Bows. Ikes heads to first. Trotting on over to second is Ziegler Namoa. And Hawaii starting to piece together something here in the home half of the 7th. But Harry, still no official hit.
Yep. Look at last week. 2 walk-off wins with 0 hits.
That's how you draw it up.
And that is Amar Sengek waiting in the wings on top of the pitcher's mound.
We will also have a pinch hitter coming to the plate here for Hawaii. In-game adjustment made by Lex Brody's Tire Company. Wear your UH apparel when you visit any Oahu Lex Brody's location. Get an additional 5% off your purchase. Tino Bethencourt will step in, the senior infielder, as he will bat in place of Draven Nushida.
Good transfer portal get out of San Diego State. And Wichita State is gonna go to the bullpen. So a bit of drama here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
The 2 chess masters at work. Yep. Rich Hill brings the pinch hitter, and then it is countered by the pitching change for Wichita State. We'll take a special in-game 60-second timeout. On the other side, we'll tell you who the new hurler is for Wichita State, but the Bows, they got something going here in the home half of the 7th. 2 on, nobody out. Bottom of the 7th, Hawaii trailing by 6. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
Many people in Hawaii struggle to afford healthcare. And now, a merger between HMSA and Hawaii Pacific Health could make it worse. Mergers like this raise costs and reduce access to care, shifting resources away from the hospitals communities depend on. Most Hawaii residents oppose a merger because of these concerns. They want practical improvements, not major disruption. At the Queen's Health Systems, we join others in calling for an independent review to protect families, small businesses, and communities across our islands. Learn more at healthcaremergerrisks.hi.org.
This is Peter Greenberg. You've been there before. Your plane is late. Or worse, canceled. Your hotel just put you in a room with a view of a brick wall and charged you a resort fee to boot. And we're just getting started. Do you love to travel but don't want to be a victim? We've got the answers to your questions. Check out Eye on Travel, Saturday mornings at 7 on CBS 1500, Hawaii's information station.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
On with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda. Tim Poles here welcoming you back here to the Robs Leahy press box high atop Les Murakami Stadium. New pitcher on the mound for Wichita State here in the home half of the 7th for Hawaii.
And it's going to be 33 Amar Sengeg for the Shockers, the right-hander, last weekend in one appearance, 1/3 of an inning pitched. And that's it. So trying to get a little bit more run here in this game one on Thursday night.
Mentioned Rainbow Wahine basketball team defeating Cal Poly up in San Luis Obispo 71-54. Over in California, Rainbow Wahine softball team trailing number 20 Duke 8-5 that game in the top half of the 6th. After Hawaii lost earlier today to BYU 8-0 in 6 innings. And over across the way at Banco Arena Stan Sheriff Center, 13:56 to go in the second half. Cal Poly leading Hawaii 52-49. Josh Pacheco on the call on our brother station, ESPN Honolulu. Have to give it the shutout to the Rainbow Wahine beach volleyball team, taking down number 1 UCLA earlier today, 3-2 in a opening match of the Outrigger Duke Kahanamoku Beach Volleyball Classic. Great win for Danny Alvarez and the Beach Bows. So we mentioned Bethencourt was the pinch hitter, and then after the pitching change, new hitter for Hawaii, that'll be Christian Hoffman.
We saw Hoffman last week in some limited time.
The 0-1 misses down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ziegler Namoa over at second. Ikes the runner at first. Both drew walks. The 1-1. Hit wide of third. Right behind Rich Hill. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hoffman coming into this weekend. Again, we talked about limited run. But 143, 7 at-bats, 1 hit.
EK's taking a healthy lead off of first. Ziegler Namoa takes his lead off of second. The 1-2 count. Up and in, count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 52 all over at Banco Arena Stan Sheriff Center, 12:49 to go. Cal Poly Hawaii deadlocked at 52. The Bows have been playing from behind for most of that contest. And this Legends weekend here in Manoa. The 2-2. Up, or down and away rather, and the count draws full. For a 3rd consecutive batter, Hawaii works the count full.
Oh man. And now we have that. Again, it's so funny to say. It is cliche at times, but 7, 8, 9 Warrior time, there's just never any quit in these guys.
Hoffman sees that one into the turf, and the Bows work the bases loaded on 3 consecutive full count walks drawn. Ziegler Namoa to third, Ikes to second, Hoffman over at first.
Bags are indeed full of Bows.
And Tate Shimao steps in, bases full of Bows, bottom of the 7th, nobody out, Hawaii trailing by a half dozen.
Made pretty good contact in his last at-bat, flew out to right field in the 5th. And they're going to call a offensive timeout on the Hawaii side.
Again, Rich Hill, as you mentioned, Harry, calling that offensive timeout is all the ducks on the pond. Head on over to the lead duck.
And just the mental warfare employed by Coach Hill.
And Hawaii has still yet to record a hit. Have the bases loaded. 3 consecutive full count walks. Crazy.
Very, very crazy. But again, in the Rich Hill era of Hawaii baseball, I mean, this is not something that you're trying to do, but to be expected. I mean, again, these guys hang in there for tough at-bats. These guys are well coached, very well disciplined. And so this is just all credit to the guys in white.
2 for 20 in the season is Teichi Mao. First pitch offering well wide. Coffer has to reach around to keep that one in play. 1-0 the count. Ziegler-Namo at third. Ike's at second. Hoffman over at first. Teichi Mao with a count in his favor. 1-0. As a late timeout granted to the catcher for Wichita State and Max Coffer.
And it looks like it's a pitch comm device issue.
Or is it?
A little bit of gamesmanship. Possibly from Max Coffer.
What an opportunity here for Teichi Mao. Has struggled offensively this season. 2 for 18 coming into tonight. 0 for 2 here. Now 2 for 20 into this at-bat. 1-0 the count. Again, down and away. Count 2 balls and no strikes.
And Coach Rich and his squad, they're real big on breath work, visualization. Right? If you can imagine it in your head and you can play the scenario out in your head, the more prepared you are to execute.
Teichi Mao digs in. The 2-0 count. Down and away. Count 3-0. And nowhere to put the 4-hole hitter in Teichi Mao.
And this has got to be an auto take all the way here. 3-0. Again, just trying to put some pressure on this Wichita State pitching staff.
A 3-0 count. Catches the inner half. 3-1. And like you said, Harry, auto take all the way from Shimao.
Yeah, force the pitcher to get it in the zone. And sometimes when you are a bit wild, that is the hardest thing to do.
Sengeg comes sets the 3-1. Right down the middle. 3-2.
This is the 4th consecutive full count that Hawaii has drawn.
The cleanup hitter, Shimao, was ahead of the count, 3-0. Count now full for a 4th consecutive Hawaii batter. The 3-2. Misses inside, Hawaii walks in a run.
And in true Hawaii baseball fashion, Hawaii scoring their first run without a hit.
Coming in from third, I beg your pardon, Ben Ziegler-Namo.
Right, and sometimes all it takes is to get that starter out of the game, whether it's by design or not. You can breathe a sigh of relief to see another body on the mound, and that's sometimes all of the confidence you need.
Cody Watanabe will step in. Hawaii trailing by 5. First pitch called a strike.
That is the first pitch strike by Sengeg. His 3rd at bat.
The 0-1 down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tried to go change up. Try and catch that off outside corner against the left-handed Watanabe.
The 1-1. Hit wide of third and into the lower deck. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
This is the first advantage count that Sengeg is in, and I think we are going to get a couple more bodies down in the Hawaii bullpen.
The 1-2 goes off the foot after it was hit there from Watanabe, so he'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I see Tsubasa Tomi, who is stretching. He appeared in 3 of Hawaii's games last weekend. Coach Keith Zuniga kind of describing his righty from Japan as a rubber arm guy. He's ready to go at any time.
The 1-2. Hit out to right, giving chases quick as he will run out of room. And all 3 base runners for Hawaii will head back to their respective bases. So
and just to give you an idea of the kind of win we have here out in right field, I mean, that was a one-handed out in front swing from Cody Watanabe, and that ball, I mean, gets beyond that tent out there in the Heineken hangout.
Ike is at third, Hoffman at second, Shimao at first. Watanabe digs in with the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 offering. Hit back into the netting. We'll do it again.
Cody Watanabe, one of those guys that technically is a transfer portal get, but started his collegiate career here in Manoa.
Ike is at third, Hoffman at second, Shimao at first. Watanabe with the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Facing Sengeg, the reliever. Swung on and missed. Watanabe retired, 1 away.
And that's a big, big out number 1 for the Shockers.
The catcher, Jake Redding, will step in. That's from the right side. Boy, still looking for that elusive first hit. Bases full of bows here in the home half of the 7th. First pitch to Redding. Into the turf. Gathered there by Coffer. Count 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, have yourself a debut last weekend, Jake Redding. Talked about the offensive prowess of the Hawaii catcher.
The 1-0. Fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And also defensively, very, very solid behind home plate.
That earlier run from Ben Ziegler and Almoa brought to you by Sports Stand Sporting Goods. It's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life. 1-1. To the second baseman, Henry on the dive to his left. To first, the ball thrown away. Coming around to score was Ike's, and then on the error, Hoffman trots home. Hawaii trails by 3 on the play. Shimao to third.
And that is going to be Hawaii's first hit of the evening. That ever elusive first hit. And that's going to cut the deficit in half. Hawaii trailing Wichita State by 3.
Coming in to score was Elijah Ike's from third. On the throw, Hoffman scores from second. Hawaii has plated 3 in this inning. And also on the play, Shimao heads over to third. Redding, he'll stay at first.
And we are going to get another mound visit from Wichita State coaching staff.
And again, it really wasn't much of a hard-driven ball there from the catcher Redding. But because Wichita State was in double play depth and the middle infielders were closer to that second base bag, what could have possibly been a routine double play, the second baseman Henry had to go to his left, slid as well to keep that ball in front of him, and the throw goes wide of the first baseman Sweeney. So officially it is a single for Redding and then an error on the throw.
Yeah, so that's going to go in as a single E4.
And it will also mean another mound visit, but also another pitcher for Wichita State. So we'll again take a special in-game 60-second timeout Hawaii has cut into the deficit by 3, 6-3. 2 runners on for Hawaii with 1 out. We'll tell you about the new pitcher on the other side. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Hele's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on!
Whether you served in the Army, Air Force, Navy, or Marine Corps, your stories air right here on CBS Eye on Veterans. I'm Navy veteran Phil Briggs, and each week I'll bring you news and updates on military and veteran issues. From job openings to healthcare to the epic stories we remember from back in the day. It's the only hour on the radio dedicated to our veteran lifestyle. Check it out. CBS Eye on Veterans. Sundays at 5 p.m. on CBS 1500, Hawaii's information station.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
It's getting a little interesting here at Les Murakami Stadium. Hawaii finally registers their first hit in the home half of the 7th after 3 consecutive full count walks drawn. 3 runs have scored for Hawaii on 1 hit.
And the new arm for the Shockers is Ryan Morrison. His last weekend was, he had 1 appearance out of the bullpen, 6.75 ERA in his 2 2/3 innings of work last weekend. 4 hits, 2 runs, all earned, 0 walks and 4 strikeouts.
So Ben Ziegler-Namoa started the inning with a walk. Elijah Ike has also then walked. After Tino Bethencourt was summoned off the bench, Christian Hoffman scheduled, and he drew a walk. Tate Shimao then also drew a walk, so 4 consecutive walks as Evan Robelke will step up with runners on the corners with 1 out here in the home half of the 7th. Hawaii looking for more damage. First pitch hit out to left, and that one just wide of the third base line.
And can't close the book on Senzig just yet. The runner on first and third are both his responsibility.
Shimao the runner at third, Redding the runner at first. With Robelke hitting from the right side, count no balls and 1 strike here in the home half of the 7th. Ball hit out to left center. Is not going to be able to get down. Duncan on the move. Catches it, tagging up from third is Shimao. He will score the sacrifice fly. Hawaii scores run number 4 here in the home half of the 7th.
And now this game is starting to feel a little bit different than through the first 6 innings of this contest.
So the RBI sac fly for Robelke. Shimao will score from third. Staying at first, the catcher, Redding. Manalal Kong will step in, the 8th Hawaii batter to hit in this inning.
And very, very interesting. I mean, happenstance, right? All those walks all ended up scoring.
First pitch offering right down the middle, 0-1.
And in Lau Kong's first at bat, he did hit it pretty good out to left field. Did strike out in his last at bat, last inning.
The 0-1 offering just wide of third. 0-2 the count.
That's a pretty good mid-swing adjustment right there. They went off speed, and so you can kind of see Mana kind of hang the foot up, kind of waiting for that pitch. That's big-time field by the freshman.
6 runs on 6 hits for Wichita State. Hawaii 4 runs on 1 hit. The 0-2 to Lau Kong, well outside the zone, and again, Coffer out of the crouch. Keeps the runner at first there, that being the catcher, Redding. 1-2 the count.
Coffer doing his best audition for Team USA hockey goalie with that sprawl.
What a win by the women's team earlier today.
I know, crazy.
Overtime goal to win gold to beat Canada. In Hawaii, 4 runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Wichita State, 6 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. The 1-2 count here to Manala Kong. Catches the outer half. He's caught looking. Hawaii retired in the 7th. But damage done by the Rainbow Warriors. 4 runs on 1 hit. There was 1 Wichita State error and 1 Hawaii runner left on base. Through 7 complete here from Manoa. Wichita State 6, Hawaii 1. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
You make family life look good. You balance a busy schedule and a budget. For you, a real look needs to be really convenient. So come to Fantastic Sam's Cut and Color and bring the kids. Our stylists can give you the hairstyles you want at an unbeatable value. And our happiness promise means your hairstyle happiness is guaranteed. Visit today. We'll get your family ready for tomorrow. Real salon experiences, real savings, real fantastic. Fantastic Sam's.
You tried to fix it yourself with duct tape and a YouTube video from 2009. Now your bathroom looks like a water park and not the fun kind. Don't worry. Since 1994, Wildlife Plumbing and Construction has seen it all. Leaky pipes, a DIY job gone sideways, we fix that. And if your quick fix needs full-on construction, yeah, we do that too. Wildlife Plumbing and Construction. We solve challenges. And next time, maybe skip the duct tape.
Aloha, this is Stan Maiona from Sports Stan. You're listening to University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Along with Harrison Kuroda, Tiff Plus here welcoming you back here high atop Les Murakami Stadium. We welcome you back here inside the Rob's Leahy press box on this Thursday evening. Hawaii with just 1 hit, but they have 4 runs.
Yeah. That is the name of the game again, right? Like sometimes, the Hawaii baseball, Hawaii offense, all you got to do is manufacture base runners, right? If you can get base runners and keep passing the baton to the next guy over time, right, that sort of style is going to kind of snowball, and that's exactly what we saw right there in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Shockers will go 4-5-6. Jack Quick, Owen Washburn, and Alex Uloa. First pitch offering right on the outer half. As again, Grant Garman in for another inning of work.
Yeah, Garman settling down, looking very good in he's set down his last 5 hitters.
The 0-1 becomes 0-2.
Going coast to coast on the fastball. First one going on the outside corner, second one going on the inside corner. So Garman doing a good job locating that fastball.
The 0-2 coming here to Jack Quick. No outs here in the top half of the 8th. And as quickly as Jack walked up to the plate, he heads back to the box and heads to the bench. As the strikeout there from Mr. Garman.
And technically that was a missed spot because you can kind of see Redding asking for that fastball, top of the helmet, kind of elevating it out of the zone. But there you get strike 3. So sometimes it is better to be lucky than good.
And Quick was not happy because as soon as that strikeout occurred, first pitch, again, catches the outer half, 0-1. Quick, as soon as that strikeout occurred, looked to our home plate umpire, Troy Hodak, and just looked at him as he walked back to the dugout. 1 retired here in the top half of the 8th. Shockers lead the Bows 6-4. The 0-1 again on that outer half. Absolute paint.
Garman feeling himself right now. That's 5 straight strikes, all with pinpoint accuracy. And what you're going
with the quick pitch. Garman registers his second consecutive strikeout, 2 retired.
And that is not even fair. I mean, he quick pitches him with the curveball. I mean, just Washburn Uloa in all sorts, Washburn in all sorts of trouble there.
Hawaii baseball pitchers have struck out 12. Magdaleno got the start, but credit Grant Garman coming in off from the bullpen. First pitch swinging was Uloa. Bounces it to first. Ziegler Namo, a couple of steps. Give credit to Grant Garman as again Wichita State retired in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. To the home half of the 8th we go. Hawaii. Is there some Manoa magic again on this Thursday evening? Wichita State leading the Bows 6-4 as we head to the home half of the 8th inning. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
IU Pat District Council 50 is proud to represent Hawaii's union painters, drywall finishers, glazers, and floor covering professionals. Our members build, protect, and beautify Hawaii every single day with skill, pride, and aloha. We provide industry-leading training, strong wages, great benefits, and a clear path to success. If you are ready for a better career and a brighter future, join IU Pat District Council 50 today. Build your future, build Hawaii. For more details, go to dc50.org.
Kimo, hey, you all set?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay then, let's do this.
I like this place.
Yeah, Hawaiian Financial FCU feels local.
They feel right. I can do this.
Graduation, a big step forward. So is making sure your graduate is set up for the real world. That's why local families choose Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union. Friendly service, trusted support, and help setting your kid up for what's next. Hawaiian Financial. Together starts here for life. Membership open to Oahu and Maui residents. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
To the home half of the 8th we go here from Les Murakami Stadium, along with former Rainbow Warrior pitcher Harrison Kuroda. Tiflis here welcoming back here to the Robs Leahy press box. High atop Les Murakami Stadium, Wichita State, 6 runs on 6 hits. They have also had 2 errors. Outside of 2 innings from Isaiah Magdaleno, yes, Hawaii has given up those 6 runs, with the Bows with 4 runs on 1 hit.
Yep.
Bows have also had 1 error, but mention credit Grant Garman for keeping Hawaii in this game as Kamana Nahaku will step in. Bows go 9-1-2 here in the home half of the 8th. Nahaku, Ziegler Namoa, and Ikes due up, scheduled here for Hawaii in the home half of the 8th inning. Healthy cut from Nahaku, swung on and missed, nothing in 1.
I like that decision to be aggressive there by Nahaku. Got a fastball, just missing it. And I like this decision to put Nahaku in the 9 hole. Have a little bit of pop down there.
The righty Morrison delivers. Nahaku swung on and missed, nothing in 2, quickly behind in the count.
Middle infield playing a little deep.
The 0-2 offering here to Kamana Nahaku. Fouled right back into the netting. We'll do it again. Wichita State with 4 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th. Again, their line scores 6 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. For Hawaii, all 4 runs came in the 7th inning. 4 runs on 1 hit. Hawaii has also had 1 error here this evening. And the Bows go 9-1-2 here in the home half of the 8th. The 0-2 here to Nahaku. Hit out to left. That will land on the green and goes all the way to the wall. Nahaku rounds first. He will easily be up with a sliding double. Bows with some offensive firepower to begin this 8th inning.
And that's what I was saying earlier, right? It's good to see, and it's good that Coach Hill shook up the lineup, sending Nahaku down to that 9 spot. Not only can he run a little bit, but he has that pop. Last year leading the team in home runs with 10.
That extra base hit brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union, proud supporters of University of Hawaii Athletics. Nahaku over at second with that sliding double. He could have stood up, but why not? Go for style points. Perfect 10 on the slide. It's also Hawaii's first extra base hit here this evening. Top of the order here for Ben Ziegler Namoa.
Third baseman is playing halfway.
First pitch offering fouled into the netting, 0-1.
Not committing to the bunt, but being halfway in just in case that Ben is going to send one down the third base line.
Officially 0-2 here tonight for Ziegler Namoa. 2 ground outs to second, as well as drawing a walk.
Did start that 4-run party in the last inning, excuse me.
The 0-1 offering here to Ziegler Namoa. Lightly tapped. off of third. Giving chase is Jones. He'll run out of room. Ziegler Namoa down to the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
So if you're Ben, you're not looking for something real big here. If you do make it out, make it a productive one. Let's try and get Nahaku over to third.
Nahaku over at second. Ziegler Namoa bats from the left side. Count 0-2. Fourth pitcher on record here for Wichita State in Morrison. The 0-2 offering. Fouled away. Ziegler Namoa stays alive.
And looking at that pitch for a very long time, it almost seemed like Ben picking that ball out of the catcher's mitt to foul that off.
We hit the 9 o'clock hour here local time on this Thursday evening here in Mondoa. Bows trail by 2, bottom of the 8th. The 0-2 to Ziegler Namoa. Lightly tapped out to center. That will hit the green. Rounding third. Misplayed by the center fielder. Nahaku comes around and scores. It's a 1-run game.
Seven, 8, 9, Bow Warrior time. And again, nobody better right there than Ben Ziegler Namoa, getting himself into an 0-2 hole, but hanging in tough and finding some real estate over there behind shortstop.
Didn't try to do too much, went with the pitch, didn't try to pull it, hits it out to the green and left center, it drops in, that run scored, and it is brought to you by Sports Stand Sporting Goods. It's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life. Hawaii in their third hit of the ball game, and they trail by 1. Ikes will step in with Ziegler Namoa over at first. Ikes shows bunt. Infield pulls in. Ikes pulls it back. And it's strike 1.
Good decision not to offer on that one. The second baseman did elect to crash on that. So, again, everything covered. And so, again, good decision for Ikes to pull back and not offer.
Catcher Coffer comes out of his stance and
giving bunt defense assignments. I think what they're hoping for is they may try to put on a wheel play here. Maybe crash the third baseman.
Ziegler Namoa over at first. Ikes with the count. No balls and 1 strike. Pass from the right side. Into the turf. Coffer keeps it in front. No advancement. 1-1 the count.
Good eye by Hawaii shortstop. Really good look with that breaking ball off the plate.
And Hawaii was held at bay by the starting pitcher, Matthew Kuchis, for nearly 6+ innings. The 1-1 outside the zone, 2-1. And if you're Kuchis, you leave the game with a 6-0 lead. You're 1 run away having been given up by your team, and you might not be the pitcher of record.
He deserved the best. I mean, if that is what happens, he deserves a much, much different fate.
Check on Ziegler Namoa. Dives back in safely head first. 6-5. Hawaii trailing by 1 here in the home half of the 8th. Over at Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center, Cal Poly leading Hawaii 72-63. 4:14 to go in the second half. Count 2-1 here to Elijah Ikes. And again, they check on the runner, Ziegler Namoa at first. Our first base umpire, Trey Plummer, call time, and Ziegler Namoa will shake away the dirt pellets that have accumulated on the jersey. And for Wichita State, 6 runs on 6 hits, 1 Hawaii error. Hawaii with 5 runs on 3 hits and 2 shocker errors. The 2-1 here to Elijah Ikes. Ziegler Namoa over at first. The offer to come from Morrison. No, he'll go back to Ziegler Namoa.
And the Rainbow Faithful are letting Morrison have it right now.
Into the 9 o'clock hour we go local time on this Thursday evening. Ikes digs in again, counting his favor, 2-1. Ziegler Namoa stays at first. Ball crosses the inner half. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And if you are in Wichita, it is midnight. It is 1 o'clock, 1 a.m.
4-hour time difference.
Yep.
Hopefully the weather is better than it has been. Again, the check on over to Ziegler Namo over at first. And at this point, I think the crowd in-house, they want to see some baseball, not checking on the runner on over at first. Iquez again steps in. The offer to come from Morrison. 2-2 the count. No outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Ball hit to third. Jones corrals it over to second. Henry for 1. They cannot turn the double play. Ziegler Namo retired 5-4. On the fielder's choice, beg your pardon. Elijah Iquez to first. 1 out here in the home half of the 8th.
No harm, no foul there. Again, this trading places. I think with Iquez over there at first base, I think there's a little bit more of an option to maybe put a runner in motion. Maybe you can hit and run. Iquez 1 for 1 in stolen bases.
Christian Hoffman at bat for Hawaii, batting in place of Draven Nushida. First pitch offering right down the middle, 0-1.
For Draven Nushida and for Tino Bethencourt, who was registered as the hitter, announced as the hitter, but immediately pulled back.
And Iquez 1 for 1 on stolen base opportunities here in 2026. And he'll dive back head first as again, Morrison has maybe offered more throws over to first than he has had to home plate here in this home half of the 8th inning.
And I think what they're trying to do is they're just trying to ice the hitter a little bit.
The 0-1 offering here to Hoffman. No, again, check on over to the runner at first.
Kind of the same thing they did to Iquez in the last at bat.
Kamana Nohaku led things off with a double, later scored on a Ben Ziegler Namo single. Ball hit to second. This could be 2. Henry to Ulloa for 1. They do complete no, they do not say it's double play.
So what they say is that runner or the second baseman who covered second did not keep his foot off the bag. The throw kind of pulled him off, but it was still able to make the throw over to first base for the out at first.
So Iquez will stay at second. Hoffman grounds out on the 4-6 to 3.
Yeah, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, the 4-6. So I guess that would go 6-3 for the putout.
So 2 gone here in the home half of the 8th. First pitch offering here to Teichi Mao into the turf. Iquez goes over to second. He's in scoring position.
Shimao was the one that drew the walk for Hawaii's first run.
One ball, no strikes to Teichi Mao, the Hawaii cleanup hitter here in the home half of the 8th. The pitch hammered but wide of third. Count 1 ball, 1 strike. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
CBS 1500 is Hawaii's information station. KHKA AM Honolulu, part of the IO family of companies.
Into the 9 o'clock hour we go, local time, 6-5 Hawaii trailing here in the home half of the 8th. The 1-1 misses down and away, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Morrison trying to go breaking ball, trying to get the tease that swing out of Shimao, but missing down in the turf.
2-1 the count.
In the dirt-colored turf.
Iquez the runner at second in scoring position. The 2-1. Checking his swing is Shimao, counting now 3 balls and 1 strike. Watanabe on deck, Redding in the hole. And Hawaii did not have a hit until the 7th inning. And yet, the Bows trail by 1, 6-5. The 3-1 misses inside. Shimao draws another walk. And in will step Cody Watanabe.
And since Cutius left the game, that is now Wichita State's 5th walk of the evening.
Well, we did say it was going to turn into a bullpen game. It just started rather late. We were just late. Ike is the runner at second. Shimao the runner at first. And now we have yet another mound visit. Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500, brought to you by Spectrum. Get free internet for life. Visit spectrum.com/free forever.
And that is right-hander Caleb Breed, the junior right-hander, in the bullpen for Wichita State.
And also throw this out to you as your former pitcher that, you know, the first game of a series, the more pitchers you see on game one, perhaps the better chances, better opportunities when you see the bullpen game 2, game 3, game 4 of the series?
Yeah, well, one would assume, right, in game 1, you're probably going to go with your best available arms. And so with Brady Owens, Amar Senzig, and Ryan Morrison, I mean, all 3 of those guys, Owens had 12 pitches, Senzig had 22 pitches, and Morrison here with 26 pitches so far. And so, yeah, again, going to be very interesting with how Wichita State manages their bullpen for the next 3 games.
Ike is at second. Shimao at first. Watanabe digs in from the left side. Bottom of the 8th. Ball nearly hit Watanabe. But again, a good stop there by Coffer. 1 ball, no strikes.
Somehow that ball went through Cody Watanabe's legs, where his legs are facing the pitcher.
White trailing by 1 late in the 8th inning. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. A healthy cut there from Watanabe. 1-1 the count.
Wind's dying down, so the outfield going to play a little bit more neutral.
The 1-1 offering here from Morrison. High pop-up giving chases Coffer. Right to the back of the net. You can hear the sound of that one. That a loud strike 2.
Right on top of us. And yeah, Tsubasa Tomi right now is on Hawaii, on the bump right now for Hawaii's bullpen, getting loose.
Officially 18 miles an hour for the wind. Gusts we've felt right around 30 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with Hawaii having 2 runners on the base paths. Ike is at second. Shimao at first. Watanabe from the left side. High and away. Count evens. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With the catcher Jake Redding in the on-deck circle.
And I gotta say that Cody Watanabe, good portal get for Hawaii at USF, 96 infield starts.
Deuce's wild ball hit out to right, giving chases quick, ball over his head, 1 run will score. Coming in is Ikes. Shimao around third, taking for home. Hawaii leads.
And Manoa Magic alive and well here on Thursday night.
Clutch Cody Watanabe. That extra base hit brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union, proud supporters of UH Athletics. From the portal to a clutch 2-out, 2-run double. Hawaii in front 7-6.
I cannot believe what I am seeing here in Hawaii's bottom of the 8th inning.
In will step the catcher, Jake Redding. And that also here, we mentioned it earlier in the inning, Matthew Cusius does not earn a result from tonight's contest.
Unbelievable.
Those runs for Hawaii brought to you by Sports Stand Sporting Goods. It's not just sporting goods, it's a way of life. Cody Watanabe doubles home 2 runs. Hawaii leads for the first time tonight, 7-6. We will have a special in-game 60-second timeout for this Wichita State pitching change. We'll try to collect our breath. Hawaii for the first time tonight. They lead 7-6. More to come from Manoa. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
IU Pat District Council 50 is proud to represent Hawaii's union painters, drywall finishers, glazers, and floor covering professionals. Our members build, protect, and beautify Hawaii every single day with skill, pride, and aloha. We provide industry-leading training, strong wages, great benefits, and a clear path to success. If you are ready for a better career and a brighter future, join IU Pat District Council 50 today. Build your future, build Hawaii. For more details, go to dc50.org.
If you're like me, there are two types of airline bags, carry-on and lost. And when a hotel says it's just steps from the beach, you'd better be prepared to walk. And we're just getting started. I'm Peter Greenberg with the answers to your travel questions each week on Ion Travel. And if you've got the questions, we've got the answers. Saturday mornings at 7 on CBS 1500, Hawaii's information station.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Harry, we look over to our left, the SID here for Rainbow Warrior Baseball, Darren Ehal. We see him going on X, and we just see the first part of the post. Cody Watanabe drives into Hawaii, their first lead, 7-6. 7 runs on, let's see, 4 base hits. All have come since the start of the 7th inning. For the first time tonight, Hawaii in front, 7-6.
I think one could argue that Hawaii is the best 3-inning team in the country. Oh, man. What a turn of events.
Also a new pitcher here for Wichita State will be Caleb Reed, the junior right-hander.
Last week, he, in one appearance, 2 1/3 innings of work, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. So one of the more reliable arms here in the Wichita State bullpen.
We said it once, and we'll say it again. Matthew Cushis, he's got to be feeling some type of way in that dugout. He left the game with the lead 6-0. He will not be the pitcher of record here tonight. Jake Redding will step in. First pitch offering, misses up and away. 1-0 the count.
After tonight, he is going to be 0-0 with 9 scoreless innings and 9 hitless innings.
The 0-1 count here to Jake Redding. Hit out to right. That will get out of play quickly. 0-2. Also very close to the final score over at Banco Arena Stan Sheriff Center. 38 seconds to go. Cal Poly up 86-73 on the Rainbow Warrior basketball squad. The 0-2 here to come to Jake Redding. The offering from Reed misses down and away. 1-2 the count.
And also getting warm in the Hawaii bullpen is number 21, John Alkire II, who was last week Friday's hero.
The 1-2 offering. Redding slaps it foul. And a souvenir into the upper deck.
Yeah, Alkire II doing a really good job in his 3+ innings of work last week against Gonzaga.
Cody Watanabe takes his lead off of second. Redding at the dish. The 1-2 count. Bows lead 7-6 here in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-2. High pop fly. To the first baseman, Sweeney. He will haul it in. The Bows end the 8th inning for the first time here tonight with the lead as for Hawaii in the home half of the 8th inning. 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no Wichita State errors and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 9th with Hawaii in front, 7-6. This is Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
Here's Dr. Andrew Baldwin with a heart health tip from Hawaii Pacific Health. Heart disease is one of the leading causes of death for men and women, but prevention is key to reducing your risk. Take charge of your heart health by maintaining a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and monitoring risk factors like blood pressure, cholesterol, and your family history of heart disease to live healthier.
To learn more, visit hawaiipacifichealth.org/heart centers.
Aloha, Kanoa Leahy here. I want to tell you about a special Kama'aina company I love, Kahala, the original Aloha shirt since 1936. Locally owned and operated in Honolulu, Kahala has been crafting iconic Aloha shirts for generations. To celebrate 90 years of Aloha in 2026, Kahala will be releasing limited edition shirts honoring each decade, from the 1930s to the 2020s. They look great and feel even better. Support local and check them out online at kahala.com, on Instagram at Kahala, or at one of their 6 locations island-wide.
University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Brought to you by Fantastic Sam's Cotton Collar.
We go to the 9th. The Rainbow Warrior baseball team leading Wichita State 7-6. Scheduled for the Shockers here in the top of the 9th. They will go 7, 8, 9. Coffer, Duncan, Henry due up for the Shockers. They need 1 to keep this game alive. They were in cruise control. They were leading Hawaii 6-0 going into the bottom half of the 7th. Hawaii finally registers a hit in the home half of the 7th. Goes with 4 runs in the 7th, 3 in the 8th. And a new pitcher of record here for Hawaii here in the top half of the 9th.
On doing the pitching for Hawaii is John Alkire II in his appearance last week. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Did get the win on Friday night.
Call to the bullpen brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit hawaiiconcussion.com. First offering here from Alkire II. First pitch hit to third. Shimao on the gather, goes cross diamond. Ziegler Namoa corrals it. 1 pitch, 1 out as Coffer retired 5-3.
And that is an outstanding read by Tate Shimao over there at third base. That ball took a big second hop, and so rather than trying to come up and engage that, he kind of waited, got some range, let it come to him, and then quick transfer, strong throw over to the first base for the out.
Caleb Duncan will step in, the center fielder, batting 8th. Top of the 9th, Hawaii 7, Wichita State 6. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. First pitch offering catches the outer half. No balls and 1 strike, and Duncan was not happy.
John Alkire II, the Charleston Southern and Texas State transfer.
The 0-1 here from Alkire II. Fouled into the netting quickly, 0-2. Once we hit our post-game show, Harry, and we have our player of the game, I already have one in mind for this whole. Basketball in progress. A good crowd. Okay. Basketball in progress.
Veteran issues.
First pitch swing and a miss.
Hawaii turned, I think, 5 double plays last week.
And the 9-hole hitter, Zeb Henry, on deck, the leadoff batter, Gustafson, with Jones in the hole. 0-1 the count, ball right up the box. This could be 2. Okay, steps on second, over to first. I'm shocked.
Unbelievable Manoa magic on a Thursday night where Hawaii trailing 6-0 into the 7th inning come out victorious with the 7-6 come from behind win. 7-8-9 Bow Warrior tie.
Hawaii's first double play of the game is their only double play of the game, and it was brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. They got you covered. To quote Dodgeball, I'm shocked. Hawaii comes from behind yet again. They were being no-hit through 6+ innings. Hawaii wins. More Manoa magic yet again. It continues on here in week number 2. Hawaii wins the kickoff Legends weekend. 7-6 the final score. Hawaii 7 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. And also for Wichita State, 6 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. For the first time this season, the Shockers lose a ball game. They are now 4-1. An improbable, unfathomable way to get a 3-game win streak. That is where Hawaii sits right now, 4-1, as they have won now 3 in a row, not only overall, but in the series against Wichita State. What a party at the last for win number 4. Picture time for the Bows. Final score from Manoa, Hawaii 7, Wichita State 6. We'll take the break, come back with a post-game show right after this. You're listening to Rainbow Warrior Baseball on CBS 1500.
In the automotive industry, time and trust mean everything. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big problems for your operation. That's why Napa believes in testing the 5 critical components in every vehicle: the battery, starter, alternator, relay, and serpentine belt. And why we deliver the parts, tools, and expertise you need to catch problems before they become breakdowns. So test every vehicle and trust the name that keeps your bays busy and your business moving full speed ahead. Not all filters are created equal. That's why pros choose Napa Gold. Filters built for performance, protection, and reliability. Every Napa Gold filter is engineered to meet or exceed OE specifications, delivering the quality and confidence your shop depends on while preventing costly comebacks. Raise the bar in your shop with the filters trusted by professionals and drivers who expect more. Napa Gold, the gold standard in every vehicle.
Looking for a checking account that actually rewards you? Open an eLife or Kasasa Cashback checking account with Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Set up direct deposit and get $100. Already a member? Refer friends. They'll get $100 when they join, and you'll earn $50 for every successful referral. It's easy, rewarding, but only for a limited time. Visit HawaiiUSAFCU.com/welcome gift for details or stop by any branch. Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. Insured by NCUA.
I'm Hal. I'm Jerry.
I'm K-Hal.
We got your lumber.
We've got your hardware.
Bring your lumber list.
Email us your list.
Bring me your blueprint.
We've got you covered.
Get a quote from us. Itagyuti listahan nyo kanya.
Get a quote from us.
Get a quote from us. We've got you covered.
We love our customers.
Go where the contractors go. Hardware Hawaii. Contractor's choice.
This is University of Hawaii Baseball on CBS 1500.
Somehow, someway, Hawaii finds a way. And again, Harrison Kuroda, you said it all game long. 7-8-9. It is Bow Warrior time. And Hawaii did not even need the 9th inning. 4 runs in the 7th, 3 in the 8th. More Manoa matches to kick off Legends weekend here at Les Murakami Stadium. Hawaii does it again. They come from behind. They win 7-6. Our post